Alright guys, welcome back for another edition of... Stop it!
What?
You're laughing before I even said it. Another edition of the show.
I was smiling.
Welcome back for another edition of Nighttime, the complete NRL and NRLW podcast. How are you guys, Garry?
I'm good,
Good?
yes.
Yeah, good, thanks. Pretty good.
Kylie,
Yep, great.
Yeah, joining us, guys, Kylie, the crazy lady.
how are you? Good.
Yeah, good,
Wonderful.
Adam,
Very good, Smita. How's yourself, mate?
good, thanks, mate.
Yeah, we're all right too, Adam.
Oh, no, I guess. I'll get to you in a minute.
Okay.
What's your name again?
Lover boy this week?
No,
Not a chance.
no.
Victor.
Victor, that's right, Victor.
Oh,
How are you,
fantastic.
Victor?
Yeah, good. Cutting grass out there today. Mate, everyone else good?
Everyone seems happy again this week, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
We all
Must
had wins.
Must be the weather.
Most
Not all of us.
Some of us.
Must be the weather. I had a win for 10 minutes.
You know what? Melbourne almost won with 11 players down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad. I'm more interested in these two. At which point did one of you think you were going to win?
I didn't think it at all.
You were close to it. Parramatta fell asleep
I know.
again.
Luckily, I wasn't watching it at the end.
Why not?
Well, I had to go and pick up my children
Oh,
at
stop
about 4:30, 5 o'clock, so it was well and truly done by then.
So,
I've got no fingernails left.
Yeah.
yeah, and the Knights had a win, which is good, but we'll get into a bit later. But yeah, welcome, guys, and get into the business end of the season, really. So, Spoonbowl this weekend.
Not a chance.
You're
If we play for 70 minutes and they call it quits, then we'll be right.
confident. Drop back to the women's.
You know, I reckon he's a good chance he won't get it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. But saying that, Tigers are the type of team that, you know, last game will pull someone's pants down. Anyway, time to get into the NRL news.
The Eels are interested in Jaden Brayley from 2025 onwards.
Injury prone, don't want him.
You love him.
He's playing some good footy, bro.
He does.
This year he's gone all right.
He's a tackling machine.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you need that.
I just think,
Rubbing him.
unfortunately, with Phoenix, I think Phoenix is our nine going forward. So, unfortunately, it doesn't leave a lot of room for Jaden. So,
And who's the bloke they picked up from Parramatta again? The young bloke, is that Arthur?
Arthur,
So
so,
he's a hooker too, isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't have too many.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah. It'll be a good pick up for you, to be honest.
If he stays injury free.
The Knights have re-signed Thomas Cant on a 2-year extension.
Local boy, too, on your Tommy.
Yeah.
The NRL have reportedly created a new committee to explore the possibility of the National Youth Competition under-20s returning from 2026 onwards.
Yeah, that's positive.
Don't mind it.
Because you've got S3 Ball, Jersey Flag S3 Ball, and then New South Wales Cup.
I don't think it should be New South Wales Cup.
I don't think so either.
No. And the Q Cup, because they don't want to travel, too bad.
Yeah.
It should all be under the one banner.
Yeah.
Like I said, going forward, women's, reserve grade, first grade.
Yeah.
You travel everywhere.
Dean Ritchie has slammed NRL clubs for producing so many different jerseys throughout a season. He says he's counted 77 different jerseys this year. Rugby League has this dreadful ability to disrespect our glorious past, he says.
Wake up to yourself, you fruitcake. Like, seriously, sit back. Who's he?
Bulldog.
Bulldog, yeah.
Bulldog Ritchie.
Mate, just sit back. Who cares? It's creating. So are they going to pull out all these rounds, are they? And just go, you can only have your 2. Bullshit. We need the we need the Indigenous round, but we need a mental health round.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
a lot of those jerseys gets auctioned off too, don't they?
that's right. Like, who cares? Like, you know,
Yeah.
the clubs are making money off it. Yeah, so what? But he's getting without that, hasn't got a job anyway.
He's probably got half of them on his wall anyway.
How's Bulldog count to 77?
Oh, because some teams might have 4.
No, but how can you count? The bloke can't count past 10.
But so what? Like, if you don't want him, don't buy him.
Like, I know for a fact, like Storm, they do different rounds that other clubs don't do, but then that jersey gets auctioned off that week. And as you said, it goes back to the club or goes to that charity or whatever. Like,
if you don't like it, don't buy him. But don't spoil it for everyone else. Like, I love them. I love the Anzac ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I really do. And if they bought a mental health round out, I'll buy one every year.
Jason Demetriou has been announced as the PNG Camels head coach and will lead the nation into the 2026 Rugby League World Cup. Justin Olam says nothing against the coach, but hopefully these coaches don't just come to pass time until they get a better option elsewhere. This is our national team. Have some pride. I'm sure there's some ex-Camels players who will take the job and have some pride. This needs to stop sometime.
Yeah, I understand that, but who's saying that he's going to do that?
Exactly.
You know, you sort of, kicking him before he's done anything. So maybe they need to sign him for a couple of years and don't let him go, even if he wants to go. And they'll say, no, you've got it. I'll do the job.
You just want to go over to PNG, don't you?
No, I just think I could do a better job than some of the bloody coaches in the league.
You're a pretty busy man. What, going to run the NRL plus the Cougars?
Oh, yeah, well, hey, actually, I've heard
that much to run the NRL these days.
That's the truth. Apparently, I've heard that he's not a very, would you say, very popular person at the moment.
Dimitri.
No, Mr. Wubby Weeg.
Yeah.
Rugby.
Rugby.
Yeah.
Peter Blandies.
Well, apparently, because he's in the horse racing up there.
He's got his finger in that big time.
Yeah, apparently some, someone I know that's involved that said that he won't be in the NRL too much longer. Smita's taking the job. Smita's taking the job.
I'll have Abdo's job then.
Okay.
Or the bunko, actually.
St. Helens has announced the signing of Kyle Felt on a 2-year deal from 2025.
St. Helens, they've already got a superstar team, really. And to add that to it, it's pretty good.
Unfortunately, they're about coming 4th or 5th in the Super League this year, so they've fallen from grace a little bit.
Not over yet, but.
Did you not get an offer from Cowboys to stay longer? Or
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Probably too big money to say.
They've had to obviously free up a bit of salary cap space with Holmes going as well.
Yeah.
So
I just think they're mad. Look,
I wouldn't have let him go.
Yeah.
To be honest, he's one of the most consistent wingers over the last, would you say 5-6 years?
Easy.
yeah, he's still scoring. He's scored plenty of tries this year.
Anyway.
Cameron Serraldo admits this is the first time this season he has been disappointed with his side's defence. It will be an easy fix. We'll address it now, and I'd like to think it won't happen this week, he said.
Yeah, the Dogs got this one.
They play it's Manly. Oh, no. That was last week.
Watch your space. We'll talk about it later.
Is it Cowboys?
It's whatever they're doing. If they win, they're 5th. If they lose, they're 7th.
Could be Cowboys, isn't it?
We'll talk about it a bit later anyway.
Doggies and Eels.
Their result.
Scores.
We'll talk about it later on in the show.
James Tedesco is hopeful he can re-sign with the Roosters before becoming a free agent on November 1st. I'm the captain of the club. I've really enjoyed my career here and I want to finish my career here, he said.
I really enjoyed the lunchtime paper bags.
Those salad sandwiches were fantastic.
Didn't
Plenty of greenery in it.
Didn't the Roosters say they weren't going to do any more movement on the...
Yes. The Roosters, what they say and what they do is two different things. They try to put a smoke screen over shit, but everyone's waking up to them, to be honest.
Doggies and Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I must say I do enjoy Trent Robertson's press conferences and Ricky Stewart's when they lose.
I didn't want to say much in case someone had it in the next segment, but what a crybaby.
He does it all the time.
Yeah, is he going to come out and go, oh, when Jared Warrior-Hargraves says, you've had to do it too much in your game all the time, mate. It's too much in your game.
Once he had 12 or 14
That's
weeks
right.
off.
So it's all right for
Hey,
that.
Frank.
But it just proves you don't need a long neck to be a goose, do you?
Yep.
Anyway.
The Cowboys have re-signed Ruben Cotter until the end of 2028.
Yeah, I like him, but I don't know. Since our Origin sort of gone
quiet.
Yeah.
Ready for the finals, maybe.
I like the bloke. I think he's a good player, but there's something.
Toughen up.
Anyway.
Jermaine Hopgood has extended his stay with Parramatta until at least the end of the 2027 season.
At least I got one player for next year. Sorry, guys.
Sam Walker, Brandon Smith and Victor Radley all left the field early due to injuries. Walker and Smith with an ACL injury, Smith also with an MCL injury, and Radley with a fractured shoulder blade. Walker and Smith will undergo surgery and begin a 9-month period of rehab each. Radley is hoping to avoid surgery in a bid to play again this year.
Bye-bye, Trent. That's the pen through the wrist for me.
I think the pen was well and truly sharpened before that.
Yeah, but that's the final.
Yeah.
So,
which is bad because they're all good players.
Oh, yeah, you never wish any injury to anyone like that. But, yeah, it's
a shot them.
I don't know if you got in your news there, but do you think that Whitehead deserved to get in 3 weeks for that tackle?
No.
I don't think it was it.
I don't, yeah.
I didn't see it.
I thought it was a bit harsh. Yeah, one, meh. It's just the consistency of the,
Yeah.
But my biggest thing I had an issue with was the way Robinson carried on.
Yeah.
Like, Whitehead was genuinely concerned, and sorry, he went straight after the game. First thing he did is he went to find Brandon, and they said, "What do you want?" He goes, "I just want to check on Brandon." Look, it's legit. And Robinson carried on like a fruitcake. It was only probably because Spencer was standing behind him or something.
Well, from what I know, I know that they're apparently really good mates. So it was an accident. Even Brandon Smith said it was an accident.
Yeah, well, Whitehead's not a dirty player. He wouldn't go out there to do that. He's one of the
He said he's got no hard feelings against him.
Yeah, he's one of the nicest blokes in the game, to be honest. So I just thought it was ridiculous.
Any more than 1 week doesn't matter anyway.
Well, he's finished his NRL career now.
Yeah, but it's sad to see him go out like that.
Yeah.
Because
there's been a couple this week that have been ruled out, like for suspension and that tip. NRL's gone.
Jack Whiten was unable to finish the game against the Panthers due to a calf injury. He may miss the last round.
Oh, well.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Dad. Jordan Rapana has suffered a suspected fractured cheekbone and broken nose and will be unavailable for their final game.
There's going to be a lot out, isn't there?
You can make a team full.
That's disappointing because he's finishing his Canberra career too.
Yeah.
Katoni Staggs was unable to finish his game against the Dolphins due to a groin injury. He will be monitored over the next couple of days before assessing his availability for this weekend.
Yeah, well, if he's out, the Broncos can't make it, would you risk him?
Yeah.
Unless he's in line for the Four Nations at the end of the season.
Yeah, but even say if they missed the game, recover.
Xavier Willison has been charged with a Grade 2 careless high tackle and will miss the final game of the Broncos season against the Storm.
It's probably a good thing for him. So the Broncos played like they played last week. The Storm's probably going to put a cricket score on them.
They'll blame him for anything.
Sharks Royce Hunt has been granted an early release from the final year of his contract to join the Tigers on a 3-year deal starting.
That's a good signing.
2025.
That's a really good signing. So who's to replace Stefano?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. To be honest, I think the Tigers have got the better deal here.
Yeah.
Stefano is good, but he wasn't the right fit at the Tigers, I don't think. You'll see him go down the Storm and become a different player like Kingy, they all do. But I think Hunt and Clammer in the front row would be happy in the hooker role, and then you got Jerome. Oh, things are starting to look good for Tigers next year.
Tommy T and Jason Saab will miss this week's home game against the Sharks. Tommy with a shoulder injury but is expected to return the first week of the finals, and Saab with a high ankle sprain and will be assessed on a week-to-week basis.
But hang on, wasn't he going to be playing the grand final?
Yeah.
I was going to say something about that.
He still can.
Okay.
Why Saab was limping there? I think he's
He
had
was,
a few.
he's
a
over
few
more than a week, I reckon.
weeks.
And he was on
Just 1
crutches.
week. Yeah, it was just 1 week.
There'll be no foot race for him.
I can't put my foot on it, but yeah.
Where's the
Still,
where's the Katoni Stags news article? Seeing as how we're down there.
Oh, the foot.
Dane
Feeling
Gago.
a bit telly, are we?
Dane Gago admits people doubting him due to his age is fueling the fire this season. I guess you could say I'm playing with a chip on my shoulder with everyone saying I'm getting old now, he said.
He's been playing great footy.
He's been pretty consistent this year, hasn't he?
what's wrong with being old?
Did I say it was?
There's old Gaz and there's old Gaz.
Oh. I haven't seen a chip on his shoulder though.
No, and to be honest,
They're playing good.
we sat there the other day and I just watched Gags. He came around and the kids didn't even try to talk to him, so to speak, but he stopped and made the effort to talk to them. You know what I mean? He went out of his way to talk to these kids. A kid had a broken arm. And he said, couldn't exactly what he's saying. I was telling him about it, and he goes, hope you have a speedy recovery, eh? And get back on the puck. And then he walked off. I thought, you know what?
That's all right.
You don't hear any of the good side. You always hear the bad, but good on him.
Is he playing for a contract?
The mail I hear is that him and Tyson Frizzell will be tapped on the shoulder next year.
I think you should run the NRL. I think you need to go closer to home.
I think you need to bring the salary cap order for the Knights, I think.
Oh, don't get me started.
Salary cap order or like this run the show down?
I'll get started later on a few issues, but mate, let's get going.
Ruben Cotter has been awarded the 2024 Sports Dad of the Year award. My family is everything to me, and being recognised for something I love to do is just a bonus, he said.
Sports Dad of the Year.
Yeah, it's a thing.
When they board,
It's a thing. It's a thing. It's been around for a while.
So what do they have?
Sports Mum of the Year?
Yeah.
It's not sports mum. It's sports woman.
Maybe
So
because
there's
a lot
a
of it
chance
don't
here.
have kids yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose they did play bowls.
Exactly that. They didn't want to clarify it down to mums. It's sports woman.
But what about blokes that aren't dads?
Yeah.
You know, it opens a can of worms, to be honest. But maybe we should have the podcast Dads Award and Mum.
Yeah.
I'll accept it now. Thank you very much.
You
What,
should
the
get-
mum?
You're getting Poppy of the Year.
But Dean's a poppy too.
Yeah. That's Rabs.
It's Rabs.
See, when I get dressed up in my spaghetti strap chiffon black dress,
I'll be away
can
that week.
I can get both awards.
What show are we doing tonight?
Actually, quickly, I just butt in here. Do you know who Gaz actually looks like? Remember the A-Team? The dude with the cigar?
Oh.
I'm right, am I?
The boss bloke.
Yeah.
Can you put
I'll have to
on
Google
a
it.
break? Can you put a straw or something in your mouth?
Oh.
Say again. I didn't quite hear
Moving
that.
back onto the NRL news.
Corey, in a break.
My zip is up, thank you.
Felice Kafusi has been charged with a Grade 2 dangerous contact on Adam Reynolds and faces a 2-game suspension. The Dolphins will contest the Grade 2 charge on Felice Kafusi. If they are unsuccessful, his suspension will increase from 2 to 3 weeks. If successful, he will only be fined.
No, at least keep him out for a week.
You should be fined. You should be at least bare maximum should be fined. There's a love tap.
No, a week.
Because he
yeah,
got
that's right, yeah.
Should be
Wait a
given a
minute,
suspension for that dodgy haircut he's been having all year.
Speaking of dodgy haircuts,
You should
no, you have to get one.
No.
The victim
Cold as
went
that.
wild on his head.
Cold as that.
Not happening.
You and your mate over there are getting one each.
I love my hair, thanks.
What about for charity? So you'd say no to charity, would you?
No, I wouldn't say no to charity.
Okay, done. Let's go.
Bronson Cherry,
Mm-hmm.
my brain wanted to go there again, has been charged with a grade 2 dangerous contact. He is set to miss this round.
That's playing some good footy. Unfortunately, the Dogs have lost some good players over the last few weeks. Well, some are back, obviously, with Crichton and that, but
That'll be him out this week.
Kurt Mann's a big loss too.
Yeah, massive.
Yeah, I don't understand the gods these days. Sometimes, that poor bloke didn't deserve that.
Grade 2 tackle for Kafusi. It's 2 or 3 weeks. Grade 2 for Bronson. Just misses 1.
Yeah.
Repeat offender.
Yeah. Return descender. He's a repeat offender.
We'll have to get Chris onto that.
Address unknown.
Elliot Whitehead has played his last game in the NRL after copping a 3-game ban for dangerous contact for a hip drop tackle on Brandon Smith during Sunday's game. Whitehead was also fined $1,800 for a grade 1 contrary conduct charge and $1,800 for dangerous contact, which is tripping.
Jeez,
A shit day for him, wasn't it?
I'll tell you, he hasn't earned a set playing well, mate.
That's all right. Corey Horsburgh will stay in the side this week.
Here's a question, and I asked someone on the weekend, they couldn't give me an answer. If here's a 3-game suspension, goes to England and plays for 1 or 2 years, wants to come back and finish a year in NRL, does he have to serve the remaining
Yes.
It's a very good question.
time when he comes back?
He probably would, yeah.
Yes.
Is that Gary's law or the actual
Gary's law.
rules? Okay.
I'd say he probably would, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
I don't know. Like, because it might be 1 or 2 years before if he does come back.
Well, it depends who's riding it.
If he comes back and names himself Latrell Mitchell, he'll be allowed to play.
Ah, gotcha. Now I'll do that, yeah. Well, I'll be running it by then, so.
I get you. I understand. I don't think he'll play anymore in the NRL, but I understand where you come from.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that he said he's going to come back home to Canberra and live.
Yeah.
But, you don't want to lose people like that to the game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he win the coaching staffs as soon as he comes back home.
Yeah, he'll have something to do with the Raiders if Ricky's there. Because you could see in their press conference with Ricky, he was holding back.
Yeah.
And good on him. That is good. I like seeing stuff like that, Anyway, moving on.
It's reported the Cowboys will continue paying $350,000 of Valentine Holmes' contract for the 2025 season, restricting their salary cap space.
It's the biggest load of horse.
Manure up.
If you go to another club, that contract gets ripped up. You start a new one.
Yep.
But everyone will be ripping up contracts and moving.
So that means the Dragons benefit for it next year.
Would do.
Yeah.
Same with the Dolphins if Salafini goes.
That's right.
Well, put a handbrake on that at the moment, isn't it?
Well.
The Knights are reportedly interested in signing Matt Lodge if they are able to move Daniel Saifidi, Jaden Bradley, and Jack Hetherington.
Can I have another 7 beers, please? Because this is doing my head in. Why would we're trying to go forward. Yeah. We're going to get a bloke that can't even get a start at Manly? Like, seriously.
And he's going to replace either Jack Hetherington or Saifidi. Like especially Jack.
It's silly to get rid of Jack.
I understand Safidi's got to go because his perform's not good and the money. But Jack is on 500.
Yeah.
And they're going to go get this watermelon head? Like, seriously, the bloke is an absolute goose. And I'll say it to his face, I don't care. He'll go, you wouldn't say it to him. He would. He's a grub.
He terrorised a family.
That's right. He is an absolute
He'd be dead if it was my family.
And he shouldn't be. And some people said today, if he comes to Newcastle every time he gets the ball, I'll bill him. Good on him.
Yeah.
I don't want him at our club. He's an absolute goose. I know they say you've done your time. Yeah. But wake up to yourself, the Knights. The only reason he's coming here apparently is because of O'Sullivan is his father-in-law.
Yeah. Is that O'Sullivan? Yeah, I think it is O'Sullivan, his father-in-law, isn't it?
But why would you get rid of Jack Hetherington for this spastic?
Yeah.
Back to Jack.
Seriously.
Porsche got in trouble on Sunday at the football because somebody thought it was funny to ask her if... Well, you tell the story because I'm not...
If Jack was on a horse, would you help Jack off a horse?
Who said that to her?
Porsche said it out loud thinking it was funny, and then I went mad at Porsche.
And she goes, what? You'd leave Jack on
She
there,
went all
would you?
funny. She hid under a blanket because she knew she was in trouble.
That's it, Corey. You got to be careful what you say.
Oh, blame Corey. It's got nothing to do with her father.
I wasn't even in the vicinity.
So all jokes aside, but we have a very funny relationship, don't we? Like me and Bosch, we
Behind closed doors, it's funny. Not
Oh,
when
no.
strangers are listening going, that's
Okay,
really
well,
rude.
everyone knows the sexual term of a rusty trombone. We won't go into details, but anyway, Portia walked into the surf store and they had the rusty symbol on the wall. Portia turns around and goes, "Hey, Mum!" Not quietly. "They sell rusty trombones here." I walked over and high-fived her.
The poor kid probably actually thought a trombone that was rusty.
Yeah, she's innocent. She doesn't know.
Huh.
But it's how she comes out with it just makes it
Yeah.
hilarious.
Now when rude things are said, she goes, "What's that?" I go, "Ask your father."
That's
I'm
the
not-
worst thing you can do.
Yeah, I know.
So when she
Oh.
becomes an adult, she's in a bit of trouble.
She'll be traumatized. She'll need counselling.
It's fun, but like seriously, life's too short.
Yeah.
Life is absolutely. Yeah, once again, I just headbutted the microphone. But life is too short, and
Yeah.
you've got to enjoy it and have fun. And you know, before you know it, your kids are grown up and moved out as well.
Or they move out and then move back in.
Yeah, true.
Hey, Braden. Love you,
Yeah.
mate.
And you know, it's yeah.
I could vouch for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you moved back in with mum and dad, didn't you?
Yeah.
You get milk and cookies every night?
No,
Nothing beats your mum's cooking, though.
actually, Dad's the cook.
Oh, well, there you go.
He's a mum, is he?
He does a lot of stuff.
No, what you're screwed up.
Yeah.
God love him. Don't you
My
cook,
dad's good
Garry?
thing.
Yeah, my missus doesn't cook.
Cook in the bedroom?
She burns the
Goes
lettuce.
from the dags and the other end of the table.
Yeah, I know.
I-
I'm just letting him bypass.
I do the cooking in the bedroom too, don't you worry. It's a bit of hot and
He
spice
won't cook in
there.
the kitchen.
Can you
No, I do.
Can you
but-
knock?
No.
Smell.
No, that's what Smita is cooking. But I can cook. I'll cook one now. Okay, let's set it
What,
night.
one dish?
No, I do quite a few things, but I've got a special
What?
dish.
What?
Yeah.
But no, I'll cook it
Satay
one night.
chicken.
Satay chicken.
What about the rest of it?
Hamburgers,
Sorry, chicken's good.
steak.
I remember
My
last
barbecues.
year he was inviting everyone around and we were going to have that Saturday
Yeah.
chicken.
Oh, you haven't come around yet.
He's still chasing the chicken.
Cameraman's going to choke on one first.
I bet you've been shaking it. Oh, yeah.
Daniel Saifides' negotiations have again failed to progress. He's now expected to remain with the Knights for the rest of his deal.
That sucks for us in a way. If we lose Leo Thompson, swear to God, I'm going to get skin graft. I'm going to get rid of this freaking tattoo. Oh, I'm fed up with the shit, to be honest. Like, if we don't retain that bloke,
You'll be down the bottom with us next year.
no, I'll cause a riot. Might be one man, but
One man right.
like you've seen how the bloke played on the weekend.
Yeah.
If we don't retain him and get him whatever we have to do to keep him, and then we go after that home wrecker, I'll hand me membership in.
It's a dead set joke, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, have a look at the way the Beast played on the weekend. Why are you not trying to give him the lighthouse? Give him what he wants.
Key to the city.
Anyway, moving on.
Angus Crichton has claimed his first Brad Fittler medal. The Brad Fittler medal was first presented in 2005 with winners including Matt King, 2005, Steve Menzies, 2006, Denny Badiris, 2008, Paul Gallen, 2011, James Tedesco, 2018, 19 and 22, Nathan Cleary, 2020, Tom Trebojevic, 2021, and Brian To'o, 2023. Crichton also claimed the Daily Telegraph People's Choice Award. Crichton was a standout in the 2024 Origin Series with the Westpac New South Wales Blues, claimed 2-1 and was later named the Wally Lewis medalist for Player of the Series.
Okay, I've got a couple of things here. The Players Telegraph People's Choice.
What's that, brother? Ooh.
No, but
That's Bulldog. That's Bulldog Richie.
yeah, but who People's Choice? Who voted? Did you vote?
Nick Politis.
I mean, he probably deserved it,
Yeah.
100%. But did you vote?
Nope.
I didn't know anything about voting.
I don't like voting when I have to.
But you know what I mean? Like, and second of all, at that, it was a big presentation night, wasn't it? I wonder if Fittler had the kiss cam there.
I was just about to say that.
Just
All right. Okay, rewind. Yeah, so it was a good night there. Anyway, moving on.
Yasmin Clydesdale claimed the New South Wales Sky Blues Award at the Brad Fittler Medal Night.
Yeah, I think that's probably rightly so.
He done very well.
And get more into that later. But last few weeks, she's really got a bit of mongrel in her.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's she's stepping up for the loss of Caitlin.
Yeah.
So, someone needs to show these young girls the way. So good on her.
Going to be a cracking game against the Broncos this week.
Oh, there's some cracking young kids coming through, really.
Leading his side to a 2024 series win, Jake Trebojevic has been awarded his second True Blue award. Leading. Hang on. Didn't he? He only played like 80 minutes all up across 3 games.
Yeah.
How did he lead? How did he lead them then?
Just by running out.
Yeah, but
True.
okay.
Out of the tunnel.
Isaiah probably should have got. He was on there more, and he was vice captain.
Mm.
No disrespect. I felt sorry for poor old Jake,
I
but
like Jake,
yeah,
but I feel like the person who got that award should have stayed out there a bit more.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I know it probably wasn't his fault. It was Michael Maguire for whatever reason.
Mm.
I always thought the captain used to be out there to keep things.
See, these awards need to be more public voting and public, because I feel that a lot of them are biased.
Mm.
Well, you look at Burns Threlfield gave 6 Daily M points to Nico Hines on a losing side. Like, heck, that doesn't happen.
It did.
Well, that's right, but it needs to be more public inclusion.
Involvement. Yeah.
Fans. Because at the end of the day, what's the game? Isn't it the fans' game?
Apparently.
Paying to go and watch them.
Anyway.
South have reportedly submitted evidence from an independent specialist indicating Latrell Mitchell is fit and available for this round. The NRL will now decide if he's allowed to serve his suspension this round.
No. It's a load of shit.
You'll be allowed.
But that is a crock of shit. They're doing it just to serve his time so next year he's fit to go. No, sorry. And Latrell should say no. Like, I would think more of Latrell. Like, he's a great player. No one can take that away. And he does a lot for the Indigenous community, 100%. But I would think more of, if I seen him come out and he goes, no, look, I did some, I've been hit with this penalty. I'll do the right thing. I'll serve it next year. I'd look at Latrell and go, what? Good on you. I'd think more of him for doing that, to be honest.
If you were in his position, though, you'd want to, do the same.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Does that
That's why we can say it on the panel.
That's right.
that Curry in and out that cup that they played after grand final day?
Tyree, yes, he'll be there.
Yes. Are they? Is that anything to do with the NRL? Are they allowed to serve that suspension there?
No.
No. So that's totally different. That's just a
Curry knockout.
Yeah.
It's at Bathurst this year.
Well, Bathurst, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's so he can play round 1 next year.
Okay.
Souths aren't going to Vegas next year, are they?
No, they went last year, didn't they?
Yep. It's Cronulla, Canberra,
Penrith.
and Warriors.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not next year if we got Matt Lodge.
What?
Another home invasion.
Knights aren't going.
That's what I'm saying. Good thing it's not.
Oh.
I don't care, look.
David Fafita and Philip Sami have been ruled out of round 27 and will both undergo ankle surgery. Can't say I'm disappointed.
Thank you.
Told you to bash them. Well, the
Knights, not bad.
The Dragons have informed Jamie Soward he will not be re-signed past this season.
Hey, I don't get that.
Why not?
I don't get it.
What did Jamie Soward do wrong?
He won against the Knights one of the weekend.
And they won. Yeah.
Has there been any black cats there? Or?
I don't know. See, this is what I get because 2 years ago, they made it 3 years ago, he was the coach, but they made the grand final. They made the semis the year before. Okay, so because of the expansion of the women's game, all the girls.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of respect from, is it Bobby Law on that?
Well,
that's down there. So, yeah. So who's going to be the coach? Paul McGregor.
Maybe.
But I don't see why Jamie Soward done anything wrong to be, taking on.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Is there another team out there that could deal with a coach? Because I feel sorry for the bloke, to be honest.
He didn't he have something to do with New South Wales this year in the girls?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty sure he's in the box with Ruan Sims.
Yeah, that's just that's battle with me, that one. Anyway.
The Roosters have reportedly told Sam Walker they will still honour a 2-year contract extension they offered him earlier this year if he would like to re-sign and have security.
I don't reckon he'll sign the 2. I think he'll sign 1, if anything. I reckon he'll go to the Broncos and replace Reynolds. He'll go home. So I'm thinking. Yeah.
The Broncos have officially informed Corey Oates he is no longer required at the club. Despite this, he admits he wants to remain at the club and is hopeful they might change their mind.
I did hear late tonight before we came on air that he may have to retire. So that's late news just before we come on.
Medically?
I'm not sure. Yeah, hopefully not. I was pretty... Only reason I remember it because I like Corey Oates and always have, and I was like, oh, damn.
Every time I hear his last name, I think of
Oates.
Remember Big Brother had a lady named Layla, and they sang that damn song.
Do it for us.
No.
Come on.
Together.
Yeah, ready?
Bless you.
Sorry.
1,
2, 3.
You liar.
This is Big Brother.
Yeah. Oates a la Layla.
That's it.
They sang.
Yeah, you remember?
So annoying. Anyway, moving on.
I think of porridge when I hear his name.
Same.
The Knights have reportedly told Adam Elliot he's no longer required at the club and is free to leave if he can find another offer elsewhere. His contract expires at the end of 2025.
Roosters.
Yeah, more likely. But,
Of course.
you know, but,
Bulldogs.
yeah, we could go back home.
Good man.
That's the
But the thing is, like, why are we getting rid of him? I get he hasn't played out of his skin, but who are we going to get? We're going to have one, forward? Matt Lodge. Who else is going to be there? I just don't get it. I'm sorry, but the Knights are doing my head in.
They shouldn't have thrown the lighthouse at Ponga.
Well, it's not just that. I'll go back to whoever was signing before and put big money on players that didn't deserve it. But then we're trying to get rid of, like, you look at the form of Jack Everington.
Yeah.
And they want to get rid of him.
So that's Elliot, Brayley, Safidi,
Everington.
And then next year you'll have Frizzell, if that's what the taps are, and Elliot.
And Gagai.
They won't have a bloody forward
And
pack.
Gagai.
That's right. They won't have a bloody forward pack.
And Brady Jones is not signed yet.
Bloody hell.
He had a monster of a game on the weekend.
Well, don't get me started there either.
Oh, what? No,
And,
I'm sure someone will have that somewhere.
Also, Leo Thompson's not 100% signed.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I'm Leo, and this is what's happening to all my buddies, do you want to stay?
Yeah.
Because, okay, Adam Elliott's been pushed out. This is what I thought today, and I'm afraid of. Bradman Best and him are like that. So does that mean he's going to go, screw this, if they're doing that to him, and Bradman's gone?
Yeah.
There's a good chance of it.
Don't have anyone.
No, and seriously, and if this keeps going and our club gets destroyed, ooh,
I can see you in a Panthers jersey.
no, I'll go. Oh, I don't know what I'll do, but I won't sit here and
Won't
just
get
cop
thrown
it.
out of one.
Like, it's okay. So,
No, it's bullshit, but
so years ago, you've had a few wooden spoons. Now, wouldn't you think if and last year you're in the finals. Now, wouldn't you think you want to improve instead of going backwards?
But that's the thing, they're going, oh, we're freeing up this so we can go forward.
That's right.
You sign and lodge, you nutcase.
I know.
We might as well go and get Stevie Wonder to work as a coach as well.
Blake Laurie's off contract. You can have him.
Oh, we might as well.
You don't like him, mate.
Might as well go get Soupy here, but playing the centres too.
Might as well.
Anyway,
That's it.
oh, thank God for that. I need about another 20 beers. Oh, seriously, the way the club has gone in the last couple of weeks is, why would you want to be a Knights fan at this time?
Adam and I are just sitting here glad that we support our respective clubs.
Oh, Gary's going for a similar thing.
That's what I mean. You three are all together.
We weren't
Sorry, Gary.
rebuilding. Too.
Yeah, but at least you're not signing stupidity.
Sorry, Gary.
At least you're not signing shit.
No, we're getting rid of shit.
And we're taking it.
Oh no, Lomax is not shit, but
Like
I was hoping he'd come to us.
seriously, I don't get it. I really don't. You're trying to sign a player that's as dumb as dog shit. And I don't care if people what they say too, because I don't like the bloke for what he did. I know he served his time, but so do I. And we're trying to get rid of some half decent players, so this bloke can't even get a start in Manly. Go figure. Anyway, time we had a break. We'll be back shortly. All right, guys and girls, welcome back. And it's time for Gazbag.
Here we go. Why don't centres pass the ball? Is it coached into them, or do they just have white line fever?
I don't know. My centres seem to pass. Okay, guy pass, but I get what you mean. Some of them don't.
Yep.
A lot of them are, would you say, ball hogs? Line hungry?
Yeah.
Want all the glory? But there's a reason why you have quality wingers like Brian Tootle, Greg Marju. Greg
Steve.
Marju.
Steve?
Yeah. Greg Marju.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even Simo going since they've told him they don't want him.
Yeah.
Getting more money, see?
But that's what should happen to a few players, even if the coach is calling their bluff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Corey, you're not wanting next year.
So,
Pick your game up. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden you go, oh shit, I'm going to improve.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it works on someone. Anyway.
Is that the Roosters' grand final chances gone?
I believe so.
Yeah. If I was betting more, then yes.
I'm sorry, Spenny, but yeah, and Connor, I think it's over.
Well, I reckon Connor probably play 5'8". Have they got him down for 5'8" this week or halfback?
I'm not sure. I didn't check it, but
Because
yeah.
that's not a bad halves pairing with Connor when.
I think they'll keep him where he is, but yeah.
Connor can't play that position.
Oh, Connor can play anyway, just
That's
a bit.
right. So you never know.
Okay, man.
Good man.
100%.
What do you think of the format for the season? 17 rounds. Each team plays each other once with 8 home games and 8 away games and 1 bye each. Allows time to break for each Origin game. So rounds 1 to 6, then a break for Origin 1. Rounds 7 and 8, Origin 2. Rounds 9 and 10, Origin 3. Rounds 11 to 17, then the finals.
I like it the way it is because there's more games from a fan's perspective because we get more games. Why don't they just extend the season for a month and put a break in with every Origin?
Yeah, I suppose the less games, the less money, I suppose, that, broadcasters make.
But, start it a little bit earlier and run it a little bit later. But you put 3 extra weeks on the competition so there's a week in between all them.
I definitely like the idea of 1 home and 1 away.
I do like that, but yeah.
The thing is,
play the Knights up here.
Yeah, that's right. So, and it's not fair on, okay, for you, for example, if we played you at Parramatta all the time and you can't get Sydney, how are you going to get C2?
Exactly. 100%.
And I don't care if they go, oh, yeah, but there's going to be 20 teams in the comp. So what? 40 games of football a year for $1 million? Show me the money.
What about 200,000?
Well, even so. I'd do it.
I'd take it.
Yeah.
Well, you think we work, 52 weeks a year for nowhere near that kind of money?
No, we get 4 weeks off if we want.
God help us. But you know what I mean?
Or get a sprained ankle and you get 4 weeks off and still get paid for it.
But it's not a lot of games. I know they say player burnout, but come on. For that kind of money, you could burn me, do what you want.
Just have some more players and just swap them around. Give them a break.
Yeah, maybe have the instead of the top 30, get rid of the whole top 30 where anyone in the whole Knights, for example, whether it's 3 grades, can play. So, yeah, change that.
You know the upside of having all them teams? More podcast.
True. True.
Will the Broncos still pay Walsh a crazy $1.7 million per season? They need to buy a halfback, prop, dummy half, and centre, just to name a few.
1.4.
What did I say?
1.7. I'm thinking that seems like
That's
a
a
lot of
whole
money.
lot of money.
Look, they do need
Yes.
half. They got nothing wrong with Billy Walters.
I was going to say, I'll put bloody Mascara on for 1.7.
No.
Billy Walters is good there, hooker.
No.
Yeah, right.
Why they need another prop for? Where's he's got
Well,
Payne
Payne Haas is apparently reportedly not happy at the moment.
Yeah.
So there's another thing I'm saying in the nights. Why would you go after Lodge when you could probably free up some more money and go after,
bring him back
home?
You do a swap with Safidi and Haas. Broncos probably wouldn't want him, but
Well, we never know. Yeah, I'd do a swap with them and imagine the front row. Imagine the front row of that. Thompson and Haas.
and throw Jack in there as well.
Yeah.
How are you gonna?
And here's your hooker, Phoenix.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good
Yeah.
front line.
How are you gonna attract them to Newcastle though? I'd rather go to Penrith.
Keep driving down the road a bit further, you can come over the border.
Krispy Kreme.
Harry's Cafe de Wheels.
Oh.
Ooh.
Harry's Schnitzels.
Cold shit weather all year round in Melbourne.
I like cold weather actually.
First
Better
good
than
thing
the
you said
heat.
all day.
Maybe there's lots of coffee. Coffee drinkers, that's about all they're good for.
Oh, yeah.
We're fighting over Haas.
Do you think the Sharks play better without Nico?
100% they do. 100% they do.
Well, lately they have been, yes.
I'm sorry, but old mate, they got dropped.
Well, I like the Dan Atkinson.
And Dan Atkinson and Trindle.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I know Nico's a good player at the Storm, but he sort of hasn't really set the light on fire up here. I honestly felt sorry for the bloke that got dropped. And I think if he wasn't there, they'd probably win the game.
Do you think you should go back to fullback?
Yeah.
No, Will Kennedy's.
Yeah, I know that.
But
but like,
I don't think he's a half,
No.
personally.
yeah,
I think there's maybe back to fullback might be a little bit less pressure
yeah. And then put Kennedy,
on the wing.
yeah,
But then you've got
Somewhere.
Mulatano and Katoa.
and just move on and on.
Mm.
Just take a look at him nights.
I think our Hines at half for 5'8", it's just not working.
Yeah.
What about
Or is Nico Hine going to be a 14?
Well, I was just thinking that. Yeah.
I don't know. Just, I don't know. He's on pretty big money too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Get big money, just do what you want. What do you think of no salaries, just paying players to match payments? And if they are injured, they get 75% of their match payment. Or if they lose, they only get half. Would this motivate players?
There'll be a player strike.
100%.
There'll be a strike all across the board. There will be no competition.
Is that Krusty the Clown wrote that?
Because, no, it's a good question.
It is a good story,
Krusty.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it is a good question, but 100%.
They won't do
He hasn't had his meds, Grant.
Krusty the Clown.
it. But, yeah, they, it's a good question. I understand what people are saying.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Grant
Grant?
Clark, I think.
And,
Sorry, Grant, but yeah, like,
but yeah, the players won't. They'll strike. But it's a fair question. I understand what he's saying.
If you don't perform,
They don't have that trouble, do I, bud? Not perform.
look in
No.
the eyes and say sausages.
Sausages. I don't like sausages.
Liar.
I like Terry's.
Oh, well,
who's Terry?
never mind.
Terry Irwin.
Steak and chops.
Terry Irwin.
He's got the best sausages ever. I don't ever eat
Terry Owen's a
sausages.
woman, you knucklehead.
Sausage fingers.
Just think of someone. Terry. Poor Terry.
Terry Drinkwater.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, Taz.
We need to fill Adam in on Terry's meat.
Oh,
He's got some nice
Corey
meat.
can.
I'm going to ask you.
Steak and chops butchers.
Yes.
Free delivery
That's-
and the best
Philippa
prices.
Good sponsor too.
Yeah.
Mm.
The other thing I was going to ask you, Corey, too, how you going there, mate? We had a little fire down near the boat ramp yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon?
Oh, there was
A
too.
bit of a bushfire down at the boat ramp.
Oh,
I'm going to
oh.
bring it up later and stuff you may have missed, but while we're talking about
A little bit
now,
of friction.
Oh, sorry.
like
I was burning rubber.
you're burning. Like,
Oh.
come very close to the boat ramp. And just, are you okay today?
I'm
Like,
fine, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
then
you
what
can
about
see
that?
I'm in one piece.
What about your contingency of
Oh,
fans you've got down there?
yeah. Oh, they're on fire, mate.
Don't need to relocate your home.
No.
Okay. Moving on.
Righto.
Yeah,
That's it for Gazbag this week.
that's it for Gazbag. Everyone's been in a good mood the last couple of weeks. Yeah.
We're all on our happy pills.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's what we
we'll
call them.
It's warm weather.
take another short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And it's time for What Caught My Eye.
Ow! My eye! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Starting off with Garry.
What caught my eye was Ryan Tuttle showing what a decent human He is wearing the name of Tyrone Munro's mother on his arm as a sign of respect for her.
Oh, did he?
How can you not love that guy?
Oh, did he really?
He did do
Oh,
that, yeah.
well done. I'll tell you what, I'll do my best. We're going to the game, obviously, on the weekend. And I'll do my best to try and get something of Tootles for you, or at least...
Can you get him?
I'm not that good. But I'm trying for
Kidnap
fish,
him.
too.
Is it a
But-
sellout down there?
I don't know.
Oh, so you're not going to the Knights one?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to both.
Oh,
You
No,
won't
no,
be
it's
one.
Saturday night.
Are you going to try and win a car this week down in Penrith?
We have two very special friends who gave us their tickets.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, greatly appreciated to those
Chris and Delwyn.
Chris and Dylan. Gave us
Yeah.
some tickets to head down. So
lovely.
I'm taking the lovely wife down and flying down.
Usually Eagle
Like
and
that.
Delwyn are good people, aren't they?
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks, mate.
Chris is a suckhole.
and anyway, we'll be back for the Knights on Sunday. I won't be missing that. That's for sure.
Are you getting the box of tissues out for the Fishers' last home game?
Oh, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be pretty sad, to be honest.
Although you'll get a home final, so
Yeah, but we won't be there.
That's
But-
the week after.
But yeah, no, it is pretty sad, to be honest, to see the big fella go. Like, obviously, everyone knows Knights are my team, but I love Fish. I think he's great.
You going to get his jersey?
Oh, I'm going to try, but I don't like my chances.
Sleeping with 50.
I'll sleep in Margaret. I don't give,
You'll slip him something else too, by the sound of things.
it's a bit harsh.
I don't know,
smile.
a steak and chopped sausage.
Yeah.
Still
Oh, I
got a
actually,
smile.
say his tattoo voucher.
I actually got a special shirt made up for the day.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
Picture of
Wearing another team's colours.
No, I'm not. It's got a picture of fish on it. I designed it myself, and it says the one fish we didn't want to let go.
Just call me Rex.
But it's got the nighttime logo on the back.
I know Rex Hunt kissed him and threw him back.
Oh, I'll kiss him if man's getting his jersey.
I'll record
Well,
that. I'll record that.
no, not like you. I'll kind of kiss him.
Well, you had to retract it. Look at the way you're looking at me like, you
Not
know.
that type of kiss
We
that
went
you
from
do.
Brian to Fish.
Oh, no,
Let's
move
not
back.
deflect from my Brian.
Yeah. My Brian.
Windscreens. Oh, Brian.
My second one was Micah Seaver scored his 100th against the St. George, plus another two after.
101 and 102 too.
Good on him.
He's found another gear.
Good on him. There you
Ran
go.
over him. I was only
He ran over Lomax and I think Mulheason as well in one of the tries there.
nailed him.
Kylie.
No, he's still going.
Oh, Garry.
That's it. Oh, I have to.
You forgot your luck.
Alzheimer's.
And it's in big black writing.
You racist bugger.
So if it was in white, I wouldn't be able to see it. Blake Ferguson on TikTok. He went from playing in the NRL to doing TikTok battles.
Oh, God.
How old is he?
How old were the battles against?
Oh, yeah. No, they were blokes that I saw.
Have you seen when he gets up? Like, I'm a bit of a little TikTok fan.
You sick puppy.
Have you seen when he gets up close to that camera? That nose of his, it is terrible.
I thought he was getting it fixed.
You know what he reminds me
dead
of?
set. No word of a lie. It's halfway across his cheek.
What's that one out of Sesame Street? With the
I
weird
didn't watch.
nose.
I
Big
was
Bird?
No.
I know.
There's one of them's got a weird nose. All right, that's
Oh,
it.
Gonzo.
Is that him? Yeah.
God,
Nah,
is that the,
Is that with the long penis nose? That's what it looks like.
No wonder you're laughing.
I've got a long penis.
All right, well, no.
It gives you a rat.
Oh.
I've got three.
Hang on a sec. Corey's got one of them funny mirrors. That
Make
Distorted.
things look longer.
The Knights and Titans game. There weren't a lot of Titan supporters, as you can imagine. So there were a hell of a lot of Knight supporters, but it just felt awfully quiet.
It did for
from
the
home
minute.
stadium.
Until the last
Yeah, until
bit, but yeah, the problem is, like back in the 90s, it used to be deafening, that Newcastle chant, and it used to go for so long, and players responded to it. Now it's Newcastle.
Yeah, there was like two drunks up behind us. They yelled out Newcastle a couple of times and then nothing else. And I'm like,
they fell asleep.
yeah, what is going on here?
Too much alcohol up there.
But anywhere else, like it.
All right, are you going this weekend?
Yes.
Let's get the wave going, and the Newcastle
Between the
chant.
3 years.
It's a
It's a little wave.
what do you call a small
Well, we'll start it from Bay 55 and hopefully it catches on.
It'll be a ripple.
She said ripple. All right? Ripple, not nipple.
Oh, that's tit.
Yeah.
And it's boob.
Oh, right.
Blender
Okay.
sharp.
Yeah.
The second one is the Spoonbowl on Friday night. It's a sellout. That poor lady that got attacked at Dreamworld by a tiger a couple of days ago, I wonder if she was an Eel supporter. I really hope she's okay, but was the tiger trying to tell her something?
Carol Baskin pushed her.
And my last one, Marzu was standing near us, so I ran over to him. He probably thought I was going to bash him. But I whispered to him, I said, can you please just smile and nod when I talk to you? And so he had this big grin on his face, and I said, you would look really good in a Penrith jersey. And he just started laughing.
Yeah. And he come over and I was mucking around with him. I told him what the joke was. And he goes, oh, really? Like, he was fascinated by our little joke and thought it was
Inside,
funny.
he's probably going, freak!
Do you know what
And-
what happens if he actually did get
No. I said about him and Leo. I said, you aren't going. He goes, I don't know about Leo. He said, I ain't going nowhere.
But he can't tell you anyway.
No, but the way he was, he loves the place.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
loves the place. And to be honest, we love him. Like, he's, not just a good player, but off the field, he's just that little, he's the Brian Tootle of Newcastle.
That's what I said to him. I said, you look great opposite Brian Tottle.
No, he would
on the
not.
other wing. And I think he agreed with me.
He looked great in red and
He had a
blue.
twinkle in his eye.
Truth be
That was
known,
the
you gotta
sun.
go to the toilet, and it was me 15 minutes up on the field.
That was the sun.
Right, Potty.
Sure.
But nah, it's great. It's good. Little banter like that, and the players get to know who you are, and you have fun like that.
I'm hiding if it really happens because you'll blame me.
Oh. You're not having him or Leo. He's not going anywhere.
I was meant to lick him.
Oh.
No, I think it was mine.
Woman arrested
Hey,
for
I
licking
want to look
dogs.
at me.
You're the one that usually wants to lick things.
Well,
Corey's going, I might try that on the
It's
weekend.
Friday night.
This isn't even the Friday
Lick the
night.
sweat
like
off his cheek.
Oh,
His facial cheek, Corey.
okay.
right. Okay. All right.
There's something. Oh, you didn't say that.
I did. Adam, did you get that?
Can you better swap seats? Anyway, moving on, Adam.
I feel like I'm caught
Are
it.
you finished?
Yes.
So am I.
I'm cornered. I'm in the middle of you two, gang.
A dream come true.
Your lips.
Adam,
I've got three.
there you go. You, Corey, and someone else.
The first one is the reception Sean Johnson got from the Cronulla
Yeah, good on him.
players. Well, that was pretty good for his game.
His wife had the best one.
Yeah.
The second one is, I know we talk about this every week with the crowds and the girls and the boys. The Roosters and Raiders game, I don't know if you've seen it. The boys played first and the girls. There was, 20-odd thousand or something at Allianz.
Mm.
The girls come out and there's best part of 800.
Yeah. Same thing's going to happen this weekend with the Knights.
Absolutely disgust. Like, that was just...
800.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't even 1,000.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what,
It was disgusting.
the girls will play this weekend, but they'll have at least 4 because we're saying, aren't we?
But I feel like you was it you that said the game after the males game, the crowd tends to hang around as opposed to before?
Yeah.
The Knights played before the men, the Knights women played before the men on the weekend, and the crowd was pretty crap.
But
As opposed to the
it's
the
better
last
than
one.
what's going to be after the game.
Yeah.
They're all going to go home.
No, but the last night game they hung around.
Not that, but yeah. What?
But there was a lot.
So they said there wasn't
No, but there was
9,000.
more than there was against them on the
No,
weekend.
I thought they were starting to fill up towards half time of the girls'
Yeah,
game.
because the men were going to start.
Yeah, but at least they're going to get half of a full stadium.
I
Well,
can't see
okay.
why they don't turn up for it. The girls are brilliant.
But you
Well,
should,
they're as soon as the gate's open. Like, you make a day of it.
Even
if you'd seen it, it was just shocking. Like,
Yeah,
it
that's
was,
sad.
It was bad. Like, it was really bad.
Like, the girls, there's some pig-headed wankers out there that are, oh, it's only girls pissing off you. I'm sorry, the girls' game's here to stay.
Yeah.
Now embrace it and let's make something
Yeah.
of it.
Put a
And
shirt
I'll tell you,
on- Put a shirt on them and get them out there and play against them.
run at Caitlin Johnson.
Yeah. Oh,
Some of them wouldn't have the
Albert.
balls. Or Elsie Albert. And I tell you what, seriously, when you see on the weekend our daughter's face when she goes to meet Tamika Upton, that is priceless.
Yeah.
And, you know, Tamika Upton is one of the nicest. She come over and she's really nice to Portia. And Portia goes, I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but Portia was speechless.
Yeah.
A bit shy.
And shy.
Say what?
She's not like that
Yes.
with anyone else.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I mean, that's gold. And, you know, she got a, I won't say too much case. Someone might have caught someone's eye, but yeah, Portia's got a new little sign and holds her up for every time she scores. And
Do you remember for the rest of her life?
yeah, like that's just.
Well, it's great for the girls, like your daughter as well, and everybody else's daughter that's out there that can look up to these girls now.
Yeah.
You know, as and when we were growing up, looking up to like the men that we saw, as idols.
Well, even I know a bloke that's involved with the show. I won't say names, but one of the girls comes past. He goes a little funny too. Like he got a liking to one of them, hasn't he? Remember the weekend?
Oh,
yeah.
not just one. There was a couple.
No, it was one in particular.
It looked like he had a ruler in his pants.
That was a small ruler. More like a kilt bottle.
You're cool.
You call it what it was called, or a thimble. Anyway, yeah, so it's good. It's good. But you want a bit of sewing, will you, Chris?
Erect nipples.
Moving on.
And the last one's a little personal one. Shout out the Dungog under 12s. Beat Windale 34-12 on the weekend. Lost 2 games all year and off to the big dance in 2 weeks' time at Keithbury Oval in Toronto. So good luck, boys, and all the best.
Who's that? Your team or you?
No, good mates team. So yeah, under 12s at Dungog. So yeah, we're leading 24-0 at half time and got up 34-12. So
Wow.
yeah, a couple of weeks' time we'll do the team list with them, and yeah, all the best, boys.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
good stuff.
Well done.
Yeah, no, it's good to. We went and seen our young bloke play on the weekend, and they got through to the grand final this week. So yeah, pretty stoked for the young fella.
Soccer, that is.
Yeah,
That's soccer. Yeah.
Where's you got to go for that?
Rome Terrace.
Oh yeah.
So being the person I am, well, proud as well, but. We've got a little shirt made up with his face on it, kicking a soccer ball, and it says "Go the Dragons" on it, and we're going to wear it and embarrass him. Anyway.
Imagine being a dragon.
Don't know.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but yeah.
No, they're
I'm not
they're
sure.
green and
Green.
red.
Yeah.
White and red, yeah.
I'm not sure if he's real impressed, but
14-year-old teenage boy.
but we're proud, and also a bit of fun for it. So anyway,
Yeah, mine was actually what Gaz touched on with Brian Totter with Munro. I thought, that's incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Not just lose one family member, but 2 in the space of 24 hours.
and played really well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
played
he's got a bit of speed on him too, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
But for what Tuttle did, let's.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a little dragon moment of the week, and that's more.
Yeah.
That is goal.
Yeah.
And I can't speak highly enough of the bloke, to be honest. He's
I know if it was me, I'd want to curl up in a ball and,
yeah.
I would not want to play.
that was just amazing.
I would be hard to play because I think the anger inside you, you'd probably do something silly on the field. But yeah,
But he
hats
wasn't
off.
like that at all.
Hats off to the young bloke.
He played really well, didn't he?
Maybe this is what his mum would have wanted him to do, but I still find it hard.
Yeah.
So much respect for him.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's all I got, mate. So,
Is that all you got?
yeah, one eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
One eye.
Yeah. Oh, it's me.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Panthers versus South. Fish kicked the ball, and Luke Garner scored off it. It's rare for Fish to kick it. Did you see it, bud?
Mm-hmm. Come
Yeah, what was it?
off his calf, but yeah, we're still.
Someone got mega excited.
Oh,
I'm like,
Ben,
he
I
just
reckon-
kicked
Oh,
the
dude.
ball.
As soon as he scored, I thought, oh yeah.
I'm like, he's just
The whole,
kicked it.
the whole thread was fish.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I like it, mate.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I've got my team.
You had to go and have a
Emmy
cold
Club.
shower.
We're up Skippy. Anyway, I got my club and my favourite players, but I like players on other teams, some teams, like Fish. But I've liked Fish when he was young.
Yeah,
Through,
you've always said, yeah.
And I've watched him from day one at the Panthers when he had little short hair, and I said to Kyle, this fuck's a gun, and yeah, I like the aggression. And but anyway, I thought it was gold. That was absolute gold. That
I could watch that KFC out on repeat.
Have you seen the KFC ad?
Is this the one where Brian Tyler proposes? Or
No,
is this,
no.
I'll show you in the ad break.
Yeah.
They've actually quite a.
It's the gym. We're at the gym.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of good ones, haven't they? They do.
Anyway, the second one was Brad Fittler saying, I just wanted the kiss cam to come on whilst interviewing the Fox sisters who represented Australia at the Olympics. Oh, that was a little bit out of place, would you say?
Yeah,
I
100%.
did if he's married. If
Yeah.
they're all single, then I
But
think
he's married.
yeah, but I'm saying
Yeah.
if he was single and they're both single, it's harmless fun.
Mm,
But if they're taken and he's taken, I just think that's
a little bit.
wrong.
He must have thought he was like in America at the basketball.
But the thing is,
Mm.
you notice he wasn't on camera after that.
He
Yeah.
was on at the Roosters game
Yeah, but the rest of that game.
interviewing the police commissioner.
Yeah, and they said the same thing.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
meme
kiss
going
cam.
around.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I shared it today.
But even, I think it was, one of the other commentators, can't remember who it was, said, oh, Freddie? Oh, and they quickly stopped.
No,
Like,
Joey, I
was it
think
Joey, was it?
said something and then they quickly
quickly
stopped
stopped.
that conversation.
Mm. And my third one was Trent Robertson, who's presser complaining about Whitehead's hip drop in every game. He came up and wanted to ask how Brandon was, and said it was an accident, but as I touched on before, but yeah, as if if it was JWH, he wouldn't be saying that. No, how many times he's done a head high.
Mm-hmm.
So pull your head in, idiot. I don't like him. That's not.
Have you ever noticed that every time he does a press conference, he doesn't ever give credit
That's
to the
right.
other side?
Yes. Yes.
So, I'm sorry, he may not be like this. Is just my opinion from what I see. I just find him arrogant.
Yeah.
And I don't. Anything to do with the Roosters salary cap too, I don't like. So, anyway, that was what caught my eye for this week. So, moving on. Night of the round. Garry.
Ponga, 2 tries, 2 line breaks, 10 tackle breaks, and 218 metres run. The female, Sheridan Gallia, who ran for 243 metres. That's a lot of metres. And scored 2 tries and kicked 3 conversions.
Nearly scored another one too, but just dropped it at her feet. Played good footy.
That's a lot of
Oh.
metres.
Mine would be Fletcher Sharp, 3 tries, 6 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, and 138 run metres.
And you're female?
I hope so.
No, so do I.
Oh, surprise after all these years.
Kylie's jokes of the week. Started early.
Would be Portia's favourite, Tamika Upton. She ran for 147 metres, scored a try with 2 minutes to go till full time, and then after the game she came over to Portia to sign her sign that she had and also got a photo with her.
And signed a jersey too. She got the free works this week. So
I reckon you can frame that one, put it at home.
after this year, I'll probably frame it and put it at home. But I want to get an actual good photo of her and get it framed and put her in her bedroom for her. So I might have to actually look at getting that Tamika Upton shirt made up maybe.
She'd love that.
So is she actually a Knights supporter, Portia, or is she a Penrith? What is she?
She is Knights.
She's Knights.
Yes.
Okay.
You sit in place of Dino, you know that.
No, I know that, but I just wasn't 100%
She's a
sure.
bit. She is Knights.
Just
She's
asking-
Knights when
just-
Dean's around.
Just asking the question.
She's a bit. She's
Oh, the
Knights.
photos I put up the other day
Yeah.
I tried. Like, she
Yeah.
was like 1.
Yeah.
And I dressed her, not even 1, I think she was like 6 months old. We won a Knights membership with her with a Penrith jersey on.
Okay.
If Portia had her way, she'd probably get a Penrith jersey and a Knights jersey, cut down the middle and
Cut down the
sew
side,
them together.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
I don't think I've ever asked that question. It's just
If
like-
Knights played Penrith, should have one flag in each hand.
Our 2 boys are Knights supporters and our eldest girl's a Bulldog supporter.
Right. Okay.
I don't know where the Bulldogs come from. She's got her own mind.
Anyway, mine was Brady Best. I was very impressed with Brady. 2 tries, 4 tackle breaks, 1 line break, and 210 metres gained. And first game back, so I thought it was But in saying that too, I've got to give a shout out to the 2 players this week. I thought played really well and didn't. One of them didn't get what he deserved was Brady Jones.
Great flick pass.
Yeah, that pass was unbelievable. and the Beast, Leo Thompson. And might see that try.
Feel sorry for the young bloke on debut trying to tackle him.
Oh, yeah, there was no one stopping him. Oh, bad anyway. Corey.
I had KP. He was my man's, and women's. I did actually have Sheridan Gallagher too. So,
Adam.
I had Greg Marju, 245 run metres, 104 post contact, 2 offloads and 2 tackle breaks.
Yeah.
So played just ever consistent.
He's been over the last few weeks, to be honest.
They said he's been averaging 180, 200 metres a game. So
you sort of, when he does that, you're not surprised, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for women's, I had Sheridan and Garry, 2 tries, 243 run metres, 59 post contact, 7 tackle breaks, and full 70 minutes.
So easy.
Indeed.
All right, guys, that is Night of the Round for this week. We're going to take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back, and it's the time that time of week again. The week that was with Elliot. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, doing well. How are you guys?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Had a win, so can't complain.
Yeah, it was a good win too. It was probably Kayla's best game of the year. And yeah, some good signs from blokes like Brady Jones, and I think we got a little glimpse into the future with Tom Cairns as well. I thought he was really good.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Brode. Thought he was a bit unlucky to not keep his spot for this week, but he's still on the bench. But I know might be a bit biased.
Who do you can't leave Frizz out of that starting team.
100%.
Dylan Lucas has probably been the best player this year. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, if he can keep playing some footy like that, surely God, he's going to get a contract. Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, we'll get into it, mate, but we'll get into the night soon. But the first one, mate, the Cowboys 38 over the Storm 30. I'll tell you what, they come close, didn't they?
Yeah, and the Cowboys weren't happy with their performance, being at almost full strength and having the Storm having so many out. It was close throughout the game, and it shouldn't have been. I thought Tyron Wishart was the best player on the field. I think he's going to be one of those guys. He's got a year left on his contract, and then he's going to be open market. And I can't help but think of what happened to the last Storm up-and-coming superstar that tested the open market. That was Nico Hines, and he got a big deal from Cronulla, and it wouldn't shock me to see Tyron end up on a multi-year deal as probably a half. I'd say probably a 6 at a rival club. Even flash forward to 27 when the Bears will come into the competition in the West. He'd be a good pickup for them as well. But, yeah, don't be surprised to see him earn big money when he's off contract next year.
So pretty much you'll see him as a Rooster.
Well, I mean, there's a chance that they'll probably need in saying that, they got Sandon Smith coming through. It probably depends how Sandon goes next year, I'd say, as to whether they'd go shopping. But I think a club like the Dolphins might be in the market for someone like Tyron Wishart.
I reckon Tyrone Wishart would look great in a Panthers jersey.
Be quiet.
You've got Blaze Talangi. Surely you're happy enough.
I would have stopped him.
He can come back home to the Dragons, mate, when Ben Hunt gets the flick.
Well, it's not the worst idea in the world, and obviously Dad being a bit of a club legend there, I know it didn't work out first stint, but yeah, there's real potential that under Shane Flanagan you could see the best of him. But yeah, he's one of those hot property talents. I actually can't wait to see what happens to him over the next few years.
Very interesting.
He'll play. I've made some bold calls the last week. He'll play Origin at some stage over the next 3 years, I think.
Easy.
I was going to say, yeah.
Well, and Harry could see that.
Well, Garry can't, but
see, Gary's just dirty because I tipped the Eels upset on the weekend, and I'm not normally right for his team. So I'm on the same side, guys.
You know what though? Your words rung in my head, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm going to tip Parramatta," and I did. Yeah. So thank you.
Well, it almost didn't work out for us, did it? That last 10 minutes was
possible. They fell asleep.
Some other bloody teams have let me down. I'll tell you what, I'm equal first in this 50, 60 person tipping comp. I used my Joker this week and thought it would have been great. And then these teams let me down. Otherwise, I would have won it. But still got this week to come through. But yeah, Cowboys were a bit disappointing for me. I would have liked to have seen a bit better performance with Kyle Phelps, and Val's last game there. But they got the win. But Yeah, Storm. I mean, I'm really impressed with that young fella at the back.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a long day.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't, there's teams in the comp that you probably don't like or you don't like to watch, but then all of a sudden they have it, you know, there's a player in every team that start exciting you and you go, oh, I'm going to start watching that man more. And I tell you what, he's one of them. He is absolutely one of them. He's an excitement machine, I think. But yeah, Storm, still probably the form team of the comp, mate. You can't see anyone, maybe the Panthers beating them at this stage.
Yeah, especially with the decimating injuries to the Roosters on the weekend. I think for now, I think it went from a 3-horse race to a 2-horse race. But the beauty of September footy is that there's always surprises, and you got teams like the Dogs. You got teams like it's easy to write them off, but the Cowboys team on paper is still very good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That could be there or thereabouts.
And don't write off the Knights. You never know where Newcastle Spirit we could come through, and, you know.
No more Dragons for you.
Oh, give me another one.
Little Dragon.
We did you a favour, though, leave you guys to...
Hey, that's it. But, hey, if you're in the 8, you can do it. So if we get there this week, don't write us off. I've got to be confident.
I'll tell you what, there's a couple of storylines this week that, obviously, first and foremost, in Newcastle, they need to win and get through. If they could do that, in terms of draw... You'd really like to see the Cowboys do the Dogs this weekend, because I would not want to play Canterbury week 1 in Sydney. Their supporter base will be absolutely feral. Whereas if the Cowboys can win, they'll solidify 5th, and obviously either the Knights or the Dolphins will finish 8th. If the Knights go there, the Cowboys haven't been very good at home this year, so I reckon they'd much rather go to Townsville than they would to play the Dogs in Sydney at the moment. Yeah,
but you watch, if that was the case, that would be the Cowboys' turnaround game, and they would play absolutely superb. But anyway, moving on while we're talking about the Bulldogs, 22 went down to the Sea Eagles, 34. I didn't think it was pretty, probably one of their worst performances of the year. I thought the Dogs. Missing obviously a few players, but I still, I'll probably sound like a broken record, but Kurt, man, huge loss to him still. But yeah, they'll bounce back this week. But yeah, the supporters are just turning up in numbers, aren't they?
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of people getting on the back of it too. The narrative is, you know, you could flip it either way for the Dogs, to be honest. You could have the narrative of, oh, it's the loss they needed to have, or the narrative of their cracks leading up to the finals, and they got the chance to answer the question for themselves this weekend. You know, they take on the Cowboys to sew up 5th spot. Stephen Crichton coming back is a big one too.
Oh, 100%. Got to be signing of the year. What that bloke brings to that club is, Kylie, phenomenal.
Every single week you have to bring it up, don't you?
My bad. Moving on. Panthers 34.
Are you trying to make me feel better? It was just South.
But yeah, Panthers 34, South's 12. But the South's put up a pretty reasonable fight for a fair bit of the game. But how good?
There's a bit of emotion in it for Tyron Munro, obviously. Had some awful family loss during the week. For him to even play, I thought it was amazing. But scored 2 pretty awesome tries. I thought that was the storyline of the game, to be honest. Penrith did enough without having to be flashy, but I thought that was a pretty special thing. I tried actually, it's a morbid thought, I tried to put myself in his shoes and imagine playing through that, and I couldn't. So the fact that he even packed his boots up and got on the field, incredible, but score a double.
100%.
Cool. That's what we said here.
Yeah, we've touched on that.
Brian Tuttle had
his mum.
Old mate's mum's name on his arm. So
Munro's.
Yeah, good on him.
Is there a better bloke in rugby league? I always talk about the nicest guys in rugby league. One of them leaving. That's Jake Granville. Brian Tuttle would be right up there.
Oh, 100%. And another thing in that game, do you see the new kicking sensation from Penrith there, James Fisher-Harris?
Yeah. I don't know that he gets to keep his licence if it's a kick with the shin. I don't know if that counts. But I've seen Josh King put in a couple of good ones for Melbourne this year. Maybe it's a resurgence. Front rowers getting the licence back.
It does go down as a try assist, though.
He's the 4th choice halfback, Josh King.
Yeah, if you got him in Supercuts, you're laughing.
But yeah, Penrith just doing what they have to win.
The
then
Souths haven't been that great, so it's not really much to go on.
Still, look, you won. Like, you do what you have to win. That's all that matters.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm glad we finally won.
And Cleary, a week away?
First week of finals, apparently.
Yeah.
Things are going to change. But Eels 44 over the Dragons 40.
Unbelievable game. Weird.
Yeah, weird is probably the easiest and quickest way to summarise it.
Sorry, just cut it down. The Dragons, the only team to score 40 points in the first time in history to score 40 points and lose. only my team would do that.
It shouldn't have. It made me think of a bit of a different scoreline, but back in, I don't know when it would have, maybe 2006, 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there. Remember the Knights went to Canberra and beat them, I think it was 72-36 or something to that. It was a point-a-thon, but what I can't understand, and this will be Flanagan's question to answer over the off-season, is with so much to play for, I can understand your attack being a bit clunky and you being a bit rigid. But what I can't understand is your defence being like a leaky sieve when, that's the biggest game that club's played in a few years. And for them to have no steel in their defence whatsoever, I know it's going to go down as probably a pass mark for the season compared to where they were, but they're going to be so disappointed. They've just let the finals slip out of their fingers like that.
100%.
But like you said too, had so much to play for, and
it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense that your defence can be that bad. Again, like I said, you can probably forgive the attack if it only scored 10, 16, 20 points because, again, you're a bit nervous, so much to play for, but there are no excuses for your defence to be as soft as it was. And that's what the tries that the Eels were scoring were soft. They were going through their middle. They made the late change to bring Ravalawa into the squad, and I've made a point of I've never bash or bag players, but he'll admit he didn't have a good night. He was falling off contact, and he'll probably have a few nightmares in the off season over his mate Mike Asiva.
I think Ravalawa will be on the way out, unfortunately.
Well, I'll tell you what he would be. He'd be a cult hero in the Super League. He'd go over there and score 1,000 tries, and one of the clubs would fall in love with him.
Well, speaking of Super League, Kyle Felt over at St Helens. How good's he going to go? St Helens going to rock.
I was laughing when he was signed. St Helens did a post on Instagram, and I flicked through some of the comments, which is never a good choice. I flicked through some of the comments, and they were all saying, why would we get an aging winger? He's past his best, yada, yada. I'm thinking, you've got no idea. He's playing his best footy at the moment. He's going to go over there and absolutely crush it for a couple of years.
No, we just touched briefly on this earlier. Yeah. He's probably been the form winger over, most consistent over the last 5 or 6 years, to be honest.
Yeah, he had a couple of ups and downs probably last year. But, to do it as long as he has. And we spoke to Jeff Ribel, who's the Cowboys CEO, last week, and it was a cool insight. He said, Kyle Felt is the exact reason the Cowboys exist. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, he was born in North Queensland. He played all his junior footy in North Queensland, all his senior footy in North Queensland. He never had to leave North Queensland. That was the purpose of our club. And that's probably something the Knights tried to get at times. A lot of the times don't get right. Is breeding the juniors, keeping their juniors, and for Kyle to play his entire NRL career, that's 10 plus years at one club, at his home club, that's really special and rare.
See, that's where I think the NRL needs to step in and have some kind of nursery clause or something. So if you've got a player that's played all the through like that, you get some kind of discount on your in the salary cap, because it's going to help keep some of your players all the way through. But anyway. When I'm running the NRL next year, I'll bring that law in. But, the Dolphins and the Broncos, mate, this is another one I thought was pretty poor. The Broncos, so much to play for, but, didn't live up to what they needed.
Yeah, and going into that game, if it was any other coach in the NRL besides maybe Bellamy that had dropped... I think the Dolphins' best player this year, that's Isaiah Katoa. and put him to the bench in such a big game, I would have thought, what an idiot. He's panicked. What's doing? Wayne makes a host of changes. Averillo played a bit of 6 at the Dogs. He's there. O'Sullivan to 7. Hammer moves into the centres. I'm thinking, what is Wayne doing? But then I remember this is Wayne Bennett, and he's so good in these moments, and they were outstanding. As bad as the Broncos were, the Dolphins were really equally as good. Herbie Farnworth was just outstanding, and they put together a pretty similar side this weekend against the Knights. I think Cody Nicarima comes back into the team on the bench, but yeah, so they're going to be a really tough beat, even with the Knights at home. A Wayne Bennett coach side when it matters is so tough to beat.
Mm. It was funny too because they were saying he didn't tell any of his players until like 10, 15 minutes before the start of the game that what he was doing.
Yeah, I think it leaked. Well, it did. It leaked to the media about the day before. But yeah, you're right. Nothing had been confirmed to the players until before the team sheets had to be put in. I'm sure they would have trained a little bit. You know, for example, the Hammer would have done a little bit of training at centre. So I reckon some of them would have had an inkling. But I actually thought the Hammer's post-match interview was really classy. Just made a point of saying, I will play anywhere Wayne wants me to. I want to do the best thing for the team. I want to win. I want to play finals. So, yeah, there's some really cool matchups this weekend. Herbie Farnworth, I think, is on the same side to Bradman Best. That's worth the price of admission alone, to be honest with you.
And Gagai and Fado.
Other side, you got Gags and the Hammer. So
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
You was that?
Yeah, Gagai and Fado is the other mouth-watering centre power. So
good.
Oh, and then you got your forward pack too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game. We'll get on that in a sec. But, the Sharks 28, Warriors 30. Although I needed this for my footy tip, and I got it wrong, I was glad to see Sean Johnson, I won't say go out a winner because he already was going out a winner, but go out with a winning game. And pretty ironic he throws the final pass for that try.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm pretty stoked that he went out that way, in a way, because, yeah, he's a good bloke. And it's sad to see him go, really, but
I reckon his half-time speech was just like, go out there, have fun, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on him. But, yeah, the Sharks, mate, Nico, do they play better or worse with Nico?
I reckon he was put into a pretty strange position. I don't know why they brought him back at 5'8". The argument is to take the pressure off him. I thought he played pretty well. He didn't overplay his hand. He set up, I think it was the Hazelton try on half time, and they allowed Trindle to take control of the side. But I was pretty convinced they'd still use Nico as the 7 for finals footy, and they've already made that move this week. So Nico's moved back to 7, Trindle back to 6. I thought they missed Mulatalo and Katoa. Thought they missed their carries out of their own end, particularly towards the end of the game when it comes to icing it. But you talk about the halftime speech. I just think Cronulla thought they had it in a bag with that 10 minutes they had in the lead up to halftime. And SJ, what more can you say that, he broke onto the scene as a touch footy wizard and a prodigy, and his final highlight was a touch footy cutout pass that you'd see at, the local Newey touch grounds, the long left to right. It's a really hard pass to throw. It was a beautiful moment. It was really special.
Dallin scored his 100th NRL try and his 50th for the Warriors too. So, I mean, we talk about wingers that are, the excitement machines or, this. Dallin's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, could be right, but in my personal opinion, he's in my top 5. I loved watching him play.
I thought he was all right at Penrith, and then he went to, did he go to Canterbury?
Went to the Dogs, yeah. And went downhill a bit, but come back. Like, you watch the Warriors, every time he gets the ball close in their half, you'd be lying if you say you're not on the edge of your seat waiting to see what he's going to do. And like you said, every time you see him, you want to sing hello. But they were. I'm really excited for. I love the Warriors. To be honest, I think what they've gone through for the last few years with the COVID and all that too, they really deserve some good stuff over there. So good on them. But the next one, mate, the Knights and the Titans, and I'm going to say it. That last try. How good was it?
Yeah, it was. I actually thought, and I think it could be easy to just lose that game. Oh, they were playing the Titans. That's the way it should have gone. But I thought they were tested early, Newcastle, because they had a bit of ascendancy, and then that Jojo Fafita runaway try, I thought was a nice moment for Newcastle to just roll their sleeves up, and they did. They didn't overplay their hand the next few sets. They got back in the grind. I thought their forward pack was good. I think Daniel Saifidi deserves his flowers. His last month to 6 weeks of footy, I think, has been really good. Got back in the battle, and then that right side attack was enormous. Fletcher Sharp's a great finisher, but the work and the lead up from your Brodie Joneses, your Gaggais, and like I said, Ponga was the best player on the field. I thought it was his best game this year for Newcastle. I thought he owned a big moment that was reminiscent of when they went on that run last year.
Yeah, he did play rather well, didn't he? Very impressive. But I felt a little bit sorry for. I'm not sorry. I was just a big fan, and I'd like to see him have more time. Was Will Price? I would like to have seen him have a little bit more game time than, what was it, 7 minutes?
Wasn't
he's there as depth though. Yeah, I can understand it, but he's there as a bit of cover. And I actually like the move as much as I think Will Price exciting prospect. I think Gamble off the bench is a handy move for the Knights this weekend. I still am of the belief that either Gamble or Hastings will be the 13 for the club next year.
I'm not going to argue there with the inclusion of Gamble, that's for sure. I like the idea of Gamble at 13 playing like a Kurt Mann role. I really think that's where his future will probably end up personally, I would like to see. But, Knights were pretty good. But I reckon a packed crowd this week. Old boys game. Still going to be hard one to crack. That's for sure.
18th man will get them over the line.
18th man?
Yeah, the crowd.
Oh, yeah, but the crowd was pretty big last week, and it was a bit quiet at times.
I think there's more to play for this week.
Well, not really, because if we lost last week, you might as well kiss this week goodbye. So, anyway, Knights were pretty good. Any news you can tell us on any rumours or inclusions that you can tell us on air, or?
No, not much I can tell you on air. The hope is and thought is still that Leo Thompson stays, resigns, and his brother comes on a train and trial. James Schiller is still a go for next year from Canberra. I think he's probably, if you asked me 8 weeks ago, I would have thought he slotted straight into that back line. Now with Fletcher Sharp's emergence, he might just be good depth at this stage, which is not a bad thing. I don't think the Knights have a lot of depth in the back line at the moment, to be honest with you. If there's an injury or two, they're in a bit of trouble. So Nari Tuala, he's probably one. And Nari Tuala, I'm expecting him to re-sign a couple more years on top of his deal. I expect them to keep him.
I hope so. Because someone gets injured, he gets thrown in, and he never lets you down. Yeah. He's always...
And I believe Phoenix Crossland is in their plans to play halfback long term now.
Really?
About as much as I know, yeah. Unless they can nab a kid I know they're still talking to, that's Jonah Pezzett at Melbourne. They're trying to bring him back. If they can nab Jonah, that'll change. But if not, I expect Phoenix to stay in the halves next year.
Interesting.
So does that keep Brayley at hooker, or they go somewhere else?
Well, they got Matty Arthur coming from Parramatta. I don't know Jaden's future, and I won't speculate. I don't know if he's involved in some of the players that have been tapped, and I know some players have been. I just don't know what Jaden's future looks like. Actually thought it was one that had his best game on the weekends 100%. Of the year too. But yeah, Matt Arthur, people giggled a bit because he was third or fourth string at Parramatta. He's only a kid, and in his juniors, like he's played representative, played State of Origin under 18s, I think it was. He's a really highly regarded young hooker, and the club sees him as a future number 9 for the club. Whether or not that means he'll be the number 9 come round 1 next year, I don't know. But if Jaden Brayley's not there, could be Matt Arthur's jersey. The bloke that I'd say is the odd one out at the moment is Riley Jones. I'm shocked he hasn't played any first grade this year because the little bits we saw of him last year were good. I haven't seen much of him in Cup, so I can't comment on his form, but I would have thought we'd see more of him this year.
Fair enough. And the Roosters, mate, 12 went down to the Raiders, 14. Another one of my tips I got wrong.
Yeah. I was at local footy for most of this, so I was checking highlights. I had Sam Walker in Supercoach and saw he was on 9, so I assumed something had gone awfully wrong. And the poor bugger, ACL injury, round 10, I reckon, next year return. What that does for me little mate Chad Townsend probably means he's going to be playing a lot more footy next year than he first thought when signing at the Roosters. But yeah, just an awful. They showed a stat yesterday of the amount of ACLs per club since 2020, and the Roosters had double of the closest team. I think they had 12.
Carrying all the paper bags around.
You reckon it might have something to do with their soggy grounds with no drainage? But Brandon Smith's out for a bit. How'd you see that tackle with Whitehead? Do you think it was worthy of 3 weeks?
Yeah, it wasn't a good look. It was a bad technique tackle, and it's led to severe injury. So I got no dramas with the punishment. I don't think I've ever seen a hip drop that was on purpose. But it's something they're trying to stamp out of the game, and that one is an example of a clear hip drop. So I don't love the idea of a coach going up to a player after the game, no matter how cranky you are. But that's about as much as I can say on that.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Because you could tell that Whitehead was clearly, wanting to make sure Brandon was okay. Yeah. And, he goes, that happens in your game too much. Well, for example, he's got a player that does a lot of head highs. He doesn't go, that's in your game too much. Like, clearly the bloke didn't mean it. I just didn't think that was a real good look for the game, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I'm in a fantasy football league with Robbo and Jamie Soward, so they both had interesting weeks. So I've tried not to antagonise them about their fantasy teams this week too much.
Yeah. Anyone else got anything to add?
Yeah, I've got something to add. Elliot, does that, in your opinion, put the line through the Roosters now this season with Walker gone?
Yeah, I'm happy to be proven wrong. I think Sam Walker, and it sounds silly saying he brought the X factor given all the talent they have, but he did bring an X factor in ball playing that I think they'll miss severely. I think Luke Keary will step up a bit. I think they could get past. They could make a prelim still with their roster and with the draw the way it might be set up, but I can't see him winning the competition. I'd put the line through him yet.
Fair enough. Well, that's our week that was last week. Looking for some good footy this weekend. We're heading down to Penrith on Saturday night, then flying back on Sunday morning for the Knights game. So good weekend for us.
Well, is it Penrith Titans, one of the great blockbusters?
Will be a good game.
Well, the Knights have bashed them a little bit because Fafita and Sami's out.
Yeah, saw that. So, tell you what I do love as a player, I'd love to see him back in Newcastle as Beau Fermor. He had a tough assignment on the weekend on Bradman, but I love him. I think he's such a good player, especially on an edge.
That was a nice pass on to JJ Fafita down the wing, wasn't it?
Yeah. I thought he was a bit quiet.
He's built like an absolute brick, you know what. He moves well. He's a good ball player. He's put on a fair bit of size since he left Newcastle. I'd love to see him go back for a second stint because I really rate him.
To be honest, I think the best thing he did was leave Newcastle. That's really, brought his career on. And you see players that move on from a club and they excel. Hey, Josh King. But, so a big weekend for us, but I can't wait. Really excited for it. So we'll catch you next week, champion, and hopefully with a night's win going through to the finals.
Yeah, fingers across, my friend. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, champion. We appreciate you every week. So, anyway, guys, we'll take a short break and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. And it's time for Player of the Round. So, I'll start off while I'm here. And my male player was Sam Stone Street.
Stone Street.
Excuse me. Scored a double in his past 3 games and a try in the previous 2 games. He's only 5 games into his NRL career, so done pretty well. My female one was Hayley Maddock, if that's how you pronounce it. Set a new single game NRLW record with 5 try assists on a day in which she assisted 7 line breaks and made 2 of her own and scored a try as well.
That's a pretty good week.
Yeah. So, Kylie.
Mine is obviously Tyrone Munro for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And my female is Sheridan Gallagher. It's hard to go past her overall with 2 confirmed tries, 1 disallowed and 3 conversions.
Yeah, no, she played rather well. There's a few nice plays on the weekend that I actually thought played really well. The Curry young girl too. I was really impressed with that. Push Curry. Say that. But
it's pretty good how they're stepping up now in the presence of Caitlin.
Yeah.
Took them a couple of weeks to get their head around it, but now they've...
There's some good talent in the NRLW come through. Garry.
My male is Herbie Bip Bip Farnsworth.
Oh, yeah, we've done that. It's my bad.
Herbie Bip Bip Farnsworth. 2 try assists, 6 tackle breaks, and a huge 289 metres gained. He must have been buggered at the end of the game. Female in a losing team, Jakaya Whitfield was immense, breaking 12 tackles on her way to 182 run metres.
Did you just feel like you were getting looked at the evil eye by your mother or something?
My dad.
Or your dad did that?
Mine was Sean Johnson. 3 try assists, 176 run metres, 16 kicks for 503 metres, 3 tackle breaks and 2 line breaks.
And the final pass to win them the game.
Legend in the football game.
The script was written.
Female?
And the female, correct me if I'm wrong, Alexis Towney from the Dragons. Help me out here, bro.
That'll do.
Sounds good.
18 hit-ups, 202 run metres, 30 tackles, 104 post-contact, 4 offloads, 5 tackle breaks.
Just quickly, did we ever find out that Johnson from...
Yes.
It is?
Yes and yes.
There you go.
How many post-contact metres?
104 for 202 run metres.
They probably should have left the girls on. They're coming up in first grade. Kids, Parramatta's first grade.
So, yeah, that is Caitlin's sister that plays in the NRLW for the Sharks. Remember we were wondering?
Yeah.
All right.
What a full pack they're going to have next year. Yeah, good too, playing with your sibling. Corey.
Yeah, I actually had Herbie Farnworth as well. Yep. And for my girls, I had Taryn Aiken. She had 12 tackle breaks and over 250 metres and instrumental in the Roosters win over Canberra.
Fair enough.
A lot of meters there, isn't it?
Sure is. You've got some news for us too, Corey?
I do, mate. So the photo winners this week from round 26, we have Mark Dawson with a lovely photo of the Knights ground just on dawn. Well, dusk, sorry.
How good was it?
It was perfect.
Obviously, we're going to pick 2 winners at the end of the season to, walk away with it. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be hard to beat that one.
It's one of those ones where you have to have in your lounge room sort of blown up. It's really good. And the second one was with Phoenix, was Kez Cuthbertson.
Fair enough. So our 2 winners?
Yeah, that's our 2 winners. So round 27, get to any NRL game or local game.
There was some good photos in there this week too. There was even one with Porsche and
that's right. Yeah.
Tamika
Upton, yeah.
Which obviously we can't go in and win, but it was
Tamika might.
Yeah. They're things, memories that last forever. Anyway, time for stuff you may have missed. So our first one this week is mate there. I think he's at the Bulldogs game.
Yeah, he is.
What's his name? There's a player.
Is it Jackson Ford?
Jackson Ford?
Jackson Ford, yeah.
So I'm thinking, mate there with the Ford hat. That's who he's supposed to
cheer for.
Yeah. So pretty well made, but it's pretty good. Anyway, our second one. Mate there with the glasses.
It's like Garry.
Garry.
It's either Garry or Wayne Bennett in goggles.
You might see him with the Panthers hat on.
It looks like the guy from MASH. But, there's the third one there.
There's Garry.
Yeah. I tell you what, this bloke got some airtime, the old Spoon man. He got a fair bit of airtime, but that's gold. That's funny stuff. Bring it on,
Look at the old girl behind him.
Get out my way.
Sit down, will you?
I actually wore a silver spoon and you were a fork when we went to a.
Oh, I was the fork, was I?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were the knife, fork and spoon, yeah. Anyway, the next one was...
Yep.
It's Sean Johnson in there with his ball in hand, and Dallin went shopping at Coles.
Saying that.
Someone reckons it's a Coles mud cake in there for celebration. Bit of a chalky mud cake.
Maybe, but a little bit random, standing in the middle of the field with a Coles bag. So.
Interesting.
He ducked to Coles quickly.
And this is in the crowd there. Sean Johnson's wife. I still get to play with Sean Johnson. It's and there was another one. You'll be scoring tonight, Sean.
Yeah.
And there was another one I've seen, but I don't think I included it. But it was
White male again?
yeah, Sean Hub.
There.
There we are, Sean Hub. So I'm not sure who that is, but it was interesting. But that was stuff you may have missed for this week. So send them in, keep them, send them in if you got any. And there was another one there with Daly Cherry Evans. So
Kissing Jeff Tuvey.
Got to be an
Jeff
investigation on that one.
Why do you want to be Jeff TV?
No.
Stevie got a horse tail on the back of his head.
Yeah, Biggie Dale.
Big tail.
like to be pulled. Anyway, guys, now it's time for a bit of humour and Kylie's jokes, the crazy lady's jokes of the week. But I think we should start putting the main joke of the week, your funniest one of the week, each week up on our on our TikTok or something. I think. Don't you think?
We'll give it a go.
Anyway, on to the jokes.
A soldier named Dean boarded a train on his way home from deployment. The train was quite crowded and the soldier walked the entire length looking for a seat. There seemed to be one next to a well-dressed middle-aged French woman named Corey.
Coretta.
But when he got there, he saw it was taken by Corey's poodle. A very tired Dean asked, "Ma'am, may I have that seat?" Corey sniffed and said to no one in particular, "Men are so rude. My little Fifi is using that seat." Dean walked the entire train again, but the only seat available was under that dog. "Please, ma'am, may I sit down? I'm very tired." Corey snorted. "Not only are you men rude, you are also arrogant." This time Dean didn't say a word. He just picked up the little dog, tossed it out the window and sat down. Corey shrieked, "Someone must defend my honour. Put this man in his place." A gentleman by the name of Garry sitting nearby spoke up. "Sir, you seem to have thrown the wrong bitch out the window."
Oh, that's your new nickname now, Fifi.
Oh.
That was a good one.
It's all right.
Get your hand off me.
You get around a bit, don't you, Fifi? You're a postman, you're on a train.
I know.
Down the boat ramp? What you
I know. I'm a busy man.
Woman.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Christopher is in the bathroom and Delwyn shouts out to him, "Did you find the shampoo?" Chris answers, "Yes, but I'm not sure what to do. It says it's for dry hair and I just wet mine."
That's probably the only thing he wet.
How's that eagle going, cameraman?
You got some more. There's a goal. Keep him going if you got some.
Chris spots a letter on his doorstep which says "Do not bend." He spends the next 2 hours figuring out how to pick it up.
One more.
Chris shouts frantically down the phone, "My wife is pregnant and her contractions are only 2 minutes apart." The operator asks, "Is this her first child?" Chris replies, "No, this is her husband."
Oh, you got any more? They're going. Keep them going. You got any more?
Biggies.
One more.
All right.
I got 3 there.
Yeah, keep them going.
No. Kylie went to the cemetery every day to water the flowers on her husband's grave. When she was finished, she always walked backwards when leaving. One day her friend Delwyn asked, "Kylie, why do you always leave the cemetery backwards?" Kylie replied, "When Dean was alive, he always told me, You've got such a great ass, it could bring a dead man back to life. I'm not taking that chance.
Keep them coming more.
Wow. I know who's sleeping in the bottom.
Remember how we were going to Penrith?
Someone's on the lounge tonight.
I've never. You don't tell me I've got a great ass, so that was a lie.
Oh,
Anyway.
shit.
This is going to get framed. We're going to auction this one.
Might be the last time I ever do a joke on the show.
No, it's good.
I like $20 on it. Anyone going any better?
Is that going to the cul-de-sac, yeah?
50.
How come Adam got left out tonight?
No, he's got some too. Don't you worry. The cul-de-sac's got to go.
Because Adam's not married.
Neither am I.
Oh, come on, you are.
He could have been married to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically I kind of am, but no.
So when's the air? Oh, we'll talk off air. You get married, Buck show. Anyway, yeah.
I'll do some more for next week and make sure Adam's in them.
All right, so we're going on a nice little trip on the weekend.
Oh, it's back on, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So,
He doesn't hold any grudges.
we might take some good photos and might do a little bit of filming and make a little special of it, maybe, yeah. And hopefully both of us come home a winner. So, yeah, enjoy. And yeah, till next week. It's bye from us.
Mhm.
All right, guys, we'll take a short break and be back shortly. All right, guys, welcome back. It's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number one, who we got there?
Yeah, Ken from Gladstone, Cowboy supporter, otherwise known as Wookie on Rebel.
How are you, champion?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Hey, yourself?
Oh, yeah, not too bad, mate. Better for me Knights can get over the line this weekend, but, yeah, that's...
So, what do you think your caboose are getting off?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you charge, you charge. How it can go from excuse me, not saying it was warranted the 3 weeks in the first place or 2 weeks ago, but how you can go from having that and then get off scot-free, it's just shows the system is shit and it's not working. So, anyway, mate, what's your question for us, champion?
All right. Do you think the Cowboys have a chance at Belmore? I mean, in Sydney.
Yeah, why not? Why not, mate? It's they show they can play some good footy. The Dogs are a champion side and they're playing some good footy, but I mean, so are the Cowboys. You have a look on paper, mate. You got a pretty good line up there, and I'm a big fan of Jake Clifford. I like Jakey, and I think he's playing some good footy. So to be honest, mate, it's going to be a good game.
My personal concern with the Cowboys, we've got an attacking footy that can mix it with any top four side. We lack the discipline to show the same effort on the defensive side of the ball.
You just, I don't know. Some days I think there's like a couple other teams in the comp, it's hot and cold. Like on your day, the Cowboys could be right, can match it with top four sides, but then they just turn up other days and.
I guess it's just who's going to be more hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm Todd Payton. I put a rocket up and say, look, some of you blokes are going to be paying for contracts. You don't know it, but if you don't perform, I'm going to get rid of you. Yeah, put a rocket up there, us.
Well, it's going to be a cracking game because both sides are playing for a home final.
Yeah.
True. To be honest, mate, I think it's going to be one of the games around, to be honest, and I'm looking forward to it. But, it's a hard one. It could go either way, but, yeah, mate, honestly, I wouldn't be... I
think Drinkwater's looking forward to putting up with Mapnet and floaters.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a good game, that's for sure, champion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys, anything else? Add to that?
Hopefully it will be a good game. I think it's either going to be close or a blowout.
Yeah.
Well, Bird's not playing this week, isn't he?
No, Burton's not playing. Obviously, Kurt Mann's out.
And Sherry's not playing.
Sherry's not playing. So, mate, I think I'm going to take the Cowboys, to be honest.
I'm backing the Cowboys. See the nail biter.
You riding the Cowboy?
Bloody else I am.
But the only thing that might go against their favour is the travel. But, I mean, they seem to handle it week in, week out. So, Mate, honestly, I'm going to jump on that horse with you too, mate. I think the Cowboys are going to do this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, champion, thanks for your call. You are in the draw for Caller of the Week to get the tattoo voucher or the $150 cash, thanks to Saves Inc. in the Nighttime Podcast. So enjoy the rest of the show, champion, and go the Cowboys.
Yep, go to Cowboys.
Thanks, champion.
Good luck tonight too, mate.
Oh, we can only hope, but taking the crazy lady down to Penrith as well on Saturday night, so it'll be a good weekend for us, that's for sure.
Yep, not a problem.
Thanks, champion. All right, guys, time for caller number 2. Who we got there?
Yeah, we got Corey.
G'day, Corey. What's your question for us, mate?
Well, we're coming into the gritty part of the season. We've got the awesome game this weekend against Newcastle and the Dolphins to decide the top 8.
What was that, sorry?
Whether it's Newcastle or the Dolphins in the 8,
Yeah.
is this top 8 what you predicted at the start of the season?
For me, no.
Me, no.
Probably not.
No.
None of us.
I thought the Warriors would be
I had the Warriors in there, yeah.
I thought Brisbane would be grand finals.
Yeah, I had Brisbane and the Warriors in there, so yeah. Couple of teams, yeah, couple of teams, no. I'm not going to lie. I've got to take my night's glasses off. I'm pretty nervous about the weekend. So, if we don't make it, we'll add us in there as well. So, yeah. But if we do make it, well, my prediction was right. I had us coming in at 8th spot. So, but anything on the day is possible, mates. But, yeah. If not, we'll keep the girls going, flying high for us, that's for sure, hopefully. But, yeah, at the moment, for me, it's a 2-horse race still with the Storm and the Panthers. I can't see anyone really troubling them, to be honest. Yourself?
I've been watching the Roosters a bit lately, and I think they could get there.
Sorry, mate, but they've lost a couple of key players, so I'm putting a line for them.
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah, so I'm putting a line for them for myself anyway. But, yeah, unfortunately for you Roosters fans out there or fans of the... yeah, I don't think they're going to do it this year, buddy.
But if it is going to be a Melbourne-Penrith grand final,
yep.
Now, I know you've got loyalties to the crazy lady. Who's winning?
Storm.
Penrith?
Storm.
I know where my butter's bread.
Butter's bread?
Yeah, bread's buttered. No, honestly, I honestly think when it comes down to the grand final, either team could take it out. They're both champion sides. And to be honest, I've said it all year, and I'll say it again, it would be a pretty exciting grand final.
It's the heavyweight clash, isn't it?
I mean, like, you got, on one side of the park, you got attacking big bopper forwards in Nelson, Safa Solomona, and then you got Fish, and you got King, and you got Leota, that in itself. Then you got the halves pairing, the fullbacks. I mean, there's...
all over the park.
Yeah.
But if Penrith make it, would Cleary be there?
100% he will. Cleary will be back next week. You mark my word. I reckon you'd have to... The bloke would have to have no legs to be staying out in the finals.
He'll have that many needles if he needs it.
He'll be a pincushion if he needed it.
It goes to show how good Penrith are, because Cleary's hardly played much game time this year too. So,
Oh, but also, 100%. But you can't, you got to look at the Storm last week, had 11 out and lost by, 6 points? So, there's realistically, they are the Form 2 teams in the competition.
100%.
And they deserve to be in that grand final. And that's taken my night's glasses off. And, mate, so for me, it's Storm and the Panthers grand final. And,
But I've also got a question for our resident Dragons fan there on the panel tonight.
Yeah, talk about them.
Now, I saw them down tremendously amount on the weekend. How was your gut feeling when you saw them making that comeback?
To be honest, cause I turned it off.
He's good at turning things off. No,
I was actually out. I had to go and pick up the children, but and glad I did. But when I checked the score, I said to my old man, I said, "What the hell happened?"
Yeah, interesting, but
question for old Gazza. Is Parramatta taking the wooden spoon?
No. Straight out, no.
Mm.
We just can score 40 points in the game now. You proved that.
To be honest,
44 points.
I reckon that one, there's going to be some hard games this week. And I'll tell you what, that's another one. I think Parramatta will do it, but I don't think the Tigers are going to be easy beats.
No. We need a goal kicker. That's what we need.
So do we. Did you see that? Pollard played really well, but his goal kicking let us down.
Who kicked last week for Para? Was it Gutho?
Dejan.
Dejan Arce. But he popped a few over, didn't he?
2.
He was terrible.
So they scored, 10 tries?
He missed one for nearly in front.
So why is Gubbo not kicking him?
I think it might be his knees.
No.
Can Dylan Brown kick?
You have to do better than Dejan Arce at the moment. I could go ahead and do better than that.
Jesus.
Anyway, mate, hopefully that answered your question for you.
Not really, but anyway.
Here's one for you before you go.
Yeah.
I don't know how it runs out at the moment, but if the Storm played Penrith before the grand final, is that a possibility?
I think it all depends on who wins or loses.
This week. So if Panthers lose this week, they can go as low as 4, and they'll have to go down to Melbourne first week.
Yeah.
Who would be?
We all said that a couple of years ago when it was Melbourne Penrith to make the grand final. So
who if they don't make the grand final?
If they don't,
is it? I haven't looked at the ladder after this week. Would they be in first place, 4th, isn't it?
Yeah, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 8, 6, 7.
Would Penrith be up in 4th
if they lose this weekend? They can go as low as 4th. Yeah,
but if they win, they go to 2.
Yeah, they stay at 2.
What I'm saying is, if it's a Storm
Penrith,
and one's going to get kicked out,
won't be this week. It won't be next week. Yeah,
they get 2 bites of cherry still.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they went down to Melbourne and Melbourne beat them, they've still got a chance.
Yeah.
That's for finishing the top 4. But so this is my problem where I reckon it should go back to the McIntyre system.
Yeah.
1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays, because really you got no. That's why you finish in the top
4. Exactly.
That's my opinion.
42 that home semi anyway.
Yeah.
Top 4 home semi, 1 plays and the top 4 get 2 bites of cherry.
Yeah.
When I'm running the NRL next year, that'll be in as well. So anyway, mate, I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope that answered your question. And, enjoy the rest of the show, buddy.
Yeah, no worries. And been an awesome show all year.
Thanks.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Appreciate it, mate.
Thanks,
really do. So, go the Knights, eh?
Yep, that's for sure.
Thanks, champion.
All right, take it easy, boys.
Play, of course.
See you, mate.
All right, guys, time for caller number 3. Here we go there.
Well, hello, it's Theodore.
Hello, Theodore. How are you?
I had little birdie tell me you were asking about me last week.
Sorry?
I had a little birdie tell me that you were asking about me last week.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. I think your name did come up on Talking Schmidt with Simon and Terence. So, yes. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing okay. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. You got Garry the Silver Fox, Adam, and Corey on the panel tonight.
Oh, don't you worry. I remember Corey.
A lot of people remember Corey.
Wasn't Theodore at the movies last week with Terence?
We were at the theatre, but when are we going?
He wants to go boating.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Well, there's a bit of a fire down there tonight, or yesterday, so.
Is that friction?
Yeah.
Things were heating up.
He likes going canoeing.
Yuck.
Without the paddles.
Oh.
And apparently moon rocking.
Oh. Anyway, what's your question for us, champion?
On the rudder there, Corey.
No. Dutch rudder. What's your question for us, champion?
Well, Terence told me to call you and ask how excited you were that Tyson was back.
Yeah, actually, pretty excited, to be honest. We all know Tyson and Leo are my 2 faves, so it's good to see him back, that's for sure. And to be honest, I was very surprised. I didn't think he'd come back this year. But I suppose we need all hands on deck and a bit of class off the bench like that. So we'll certainly be happy to see that. But
bedside vigils at the hospital paid off.
Yeah, well, yeah, old Smita rubbing gums good, doesn't it? Eh?
Bedside wristies or bedside vigils?
Oh, I can't kiss and tell, you know.
The Smita rubbing.
Look who I'm sitting next to. He'll get excited.
What about Gaz over there? I keep my teeth in a jar beside the bed.
You kissed his what?
I keep my teeth in a jar beside the bed.
That's a bit harsh.
I don't know if they're actually his teeth anyway.
Even as oh, yeah, no, it's good.
The hospital.
Sorry?
Has Corey been robbing the corpses at the hospital?
Well, he didn't say no, so yeah. Anyway, mate, yeah, good to see Tyson back. Hopefully they put him on at a decent time, not like if our halves are not performing. Maybe we need to give one of them the coat hanger and put him on.
I'm sure you could run out there and give one a coat hanger to get him on.
Oh, yeah. We need to have one of my main man, Leo, on there more often too. But like he's, our main guy now, I feel. So look at his try last week. We need to see more of Leo.
I'm surprised you haven't volunteered to be a team boots.
Oh, yeah, I'm too busy for that. Otherwise, I'd probably do it, But I am good with me. I am good with my hands. Ask the crazy lady.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Straight up, no, thank you.
Anyway, mate, hopefully that answered your question, and glad to have you on the show, and enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you so much.
So,
you boys later.
No worries, and
can you send our love to Terence and Simon, please, Theodore?
Yes, well, they're both a little worn out, but I'll give them my regards.
You had a busy day with them.
One could say.
You're the third wheel.
Oh, jealous?
No.
Wear a black jumper if you are.
we could always have one more.
On that note, I think it's time to. We are off to a break, but that's Chalk and Schmidt for this week. And thanks again, champion, for your call.
Ta-ta.
All right, guys. Who are we going to give the call of the week to? All right, the guy up there in Queensland.
Kenneth
Tuffy.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. So, all right, guys. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back shortly. All right, guys. Welcome back, and it's time for the results of the NRLW from last week, Corey.
Yeah. Okay. So, the first game we've got the Sharkies won 22 to the Titans 6. Yeah, the Sharks are in good form at the moment. On at least, I think off the back of 5 or 6 games in a row now. So they're going to be up there at the back end of the season for these girls. So Tiana Panatini has now scored 5 tries in her past 6 games, so she's going quite well. Georgia Rafis has scored a double in her last back-to-back games. The Sharks also forced 6 line dropouts, which was the most in any of the girls in the history, so that's pretty good. Gold Coast have won their last 4 games at Seabus Super Stadium prior to last week's loss. So
Sharks are going to be a good team, especially next year with the inclusion of Caitlin.
Yeah. And also, at the moment, the Sharks are the best defensive team in the women's.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're going pretty well. Next one.
Yeah, so my beloved Dragons 42 over the Eels 14. I thought this was actually a bit of a surprise. I thought
maybe you should put the women's up and play the men's.
Well, I thought that.
The funny thing is, I got all my tips right in the women's.
Yeah,
I've got 2 in the men's.
So again, standouts were Tegan Berry. She's scored the most tries in NRLW history. And Keely Brown. Sophie Clancy scored her first try in her NRL career, so congrats to her. And the Dragons have maintained a perfect winning record against the Eels in the girls' competition. So,
poor Garry.
Yeah.
Can't get a win in the men.
We were in third there at one stage. Must be in about 5th now or something.
Yeah.
After the first
so after a loss, they sacked Jamie Soward. So,
I don't know what Jamie Soward done wrong to.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Next one. The Knights girls 34 smashed the Tigers 6.
Could have been a lot higher too, but they bombed a couple. But
well, I'm sure you guys would have had sideline view of this. So
it's make Upton play the usual.
Yeah.
But it's good to see Jesse Southwell coming back in.
Yeah, well, look at that. Tamika Upton had 147 run metres. Sheridan Gallagher 246 with 2 tries. That's all. Shanice Parker 179. So, geez, they must have played very well. And, what else we got? Yeah, the West Tigers just gave away too many penalties and
they were never in the game.
And missed tackles. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they got a little girl there. Young girl plays from number 17 the other day. She's tiny. She's smaller than Kylie. Believe it or not. She was tiny. Hey, I'll tell you what, had a heart on her. She went,
went at it.
Yeah, next one.
Yeah, the Broncos 38 defeated the Cowboys 12. So the Broncos, a bit of return to form for those guys, especially coming up this week against the Knights. So obviously the Broncos remain defeated at their Totally Workwear Stadium. I'm not sure where that is in Brisbane, but I'm sure we'll find out about that. And the losing team, Chakai Whitfield, was immense, breaking 12 tackles on her own and weighed 182 run metres. Ali Brickenshaw still was probably one of the best, most consistent players for the women. She failed to face the game with a facial injury, so anyway, that's not good for her. And so the Broncos played pretty good footy there. So disappointing with the Cowboys because they've actually been going okay.
Yeah,
in my opinion. So yeah.
And the last one.
And the Raiders 20 and the Roosters 34.
Raiders been up and down for
yeah. Taryn Aiken won the Players Player of the Match, as I touched on earlier tonight. The girls have won 5 from 6 at Allianz, and also the Roosters have become the first team to play 40 NRLW games. Obviously, they were in there for the inception of the girls' competition. And the Raiders have now conceded at least 24 points in each of their last 5 games. So, they need to obviously work on their defence.
Yeah, there's some good games in there. NRLW is starting to get really good, I feel. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the Storm men's game this week. The preview for this week. The first one off the rank is the Melbourne Storm and the Brisbane Broncos at 7:50 p.m. on Thursday at Suncorp Stadium.
Yes. The Broncos have lost 6 at past 7 at Suncorp, and Storm have won 15 past 16 against the Broncos. And, Storm bringing their cavalry back this week. Rested last week. And
so have they actually resting anyone this week?
No, I think that's
pretty full strength.
Yeah.
Except for Pappenhausen.
Okay.
Yeah, but to be honest, from a non-Storm supporter, I think the best for you, Storm Club, is to have that young fella at fullback.
Yeah.
Pappenhausen is a great player, but he's too injury prone for me. And what this young little whippersnapper does, he's just, To me, I'd be saying, thanks, Paps. You've served us well, but it's time for you to move on. I think this kid's going to be a huge superstar.
A few players leaving the club there for Broncos on their last home game. Sailor, Oates, Marty DePau.
Well, Katoni Staggs is nursing a quad injury too, so Selwyn Kulwa could move into the centres. Corey Oates come on to the wing, but we've also heard late tonight that he may have to retire medically. So, still up in the air if he's available for this week. So, interesting. I can't go past the Storm.
Yeah, I've got to take the Storm on this.
Especially on last week's forms.
Tune up for the finals with a pretty decent win here.
But I mean, as long as those players that are leaving get a good performance in the last game, even if they don't win, that'll be good. But I'm still a big fan of Jordan Ricky. I think he's an absolute superstar of the game. You imagine him in any other club. Imagine him down at Storm, for example, or up in Penrith under Cleary.
He's just consistent, isn't
he? Yeah, I'd like to have him at Newcastle, to be honest.
Actually, another stat there. I don't think the Broncos have beaten the Storm in Brisbane for a very long time. I don't know if that's actually we've got that in our notes there, but I reckon I'm pretty spot on with the money there.
Well, Storm won 15 past 16 against the Broncos, so I think it's been a long time.
Interesting to say there too. Reece Walsh is on the reserves, so he's trying to work his way back in. But
Same as Xavier Cates for the Storm.
Yeah, well, that'd be good for the finals, won't it? For him coming
true.
back.
But in saying that too, I thought Tristan Sailor probably played his best game he's played all year last year, or probably his best game ever with the club, to be honest.
And unfortunately, he's leading. So
Anyway, moving on. Next game.
Match of the round. Tigers versus the Eels at Campbelltown, Friday night.
Yeah, old Spoonbowl.
Jazz, what do you think, mate?
I think the Tigers, Eels.
Eels.
I mean, you have a look at both teams, right? There's some talent on both sides. I mean, this could go either way. Personally, I think the Eels will be just too strong, but I don't think it's going to be all one-way traffic. Any team that has, realistically, Aiden Caesar, Lockie Galvin, Appy Coruscant, Isaiah Papali'i. Isaiah.
Papali'i.
Yeah, David Clemmer. They're not a slouch, really. I mean, it's looked like it all this year, but man,
shows how good the competition is.
And even last game, so I'll take the Eels, but it's not going to be all one-way traffic. But
I just hope they can play for 90 minutes.
Well, that's the other problem too. Is Aiden Caesar? I mean, he's been named. He's suffering a shoulder injury, so that could be an early night for him if he's not 100% fit. But see how young Tago's gone. Jake Tago.
Yeah.
He's been replaced by
Sean Russell.
Yeah. Oh, what is that, form or injury? Anyone know that? Have to be injury, wouldn't it? Tago's been playing some good footy.
Didn't he play last week? Didn't he score a try or two last week? Did he go? Do you remember from memory?
Sean Lane's been playing good footy too at prop too, eh?
Yeah, he's had to find the line, that bloke.
Yeah, when I first seen him named in prop, I thought, nah. But hey, playing some really good footy. To be honest, I don't mind the bloke. I'll take the Eels on this one. Obviously, Garry will. Adam?
Yeah, Eels.
I'm actually going to go the Tigers.
Carol Baskin.
You're only upset because we beat you, is it?
No, I just think at home, I think they'll. Yeah, I mean, it's a toss of the coin.
It is at Campbelltown.
Toss of the coin.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Whichever team loses, at least they get a prize.
Well, that's right. That's right.
So if you lose, I want to see you next week on the show with Spoon.
Where?
The funny thing is he asked where.
Yeah, of course he would.
And you're putting it there. Anyway, the next one, the Roosters versus the Rabbits. Or should I say Rabbits versus the Roosters. I know this is going to sound strange, but I can sort of smell an upset here. With some of the players they've got out. There's a chance. But they've got nothing to lose, the Roosters. Rabbits.
They cost
versus 15th.
They could be quite rocked by the fact that they've lost 3 players too.
That's what I'm thinking. With them 3 players, I mean, you still got a star-started lineup when you look at it. Like,
It's back for the Roosters.
Damien Cook's last game for the Rabbitohs. So you never know.
I do like Connor Watson at 9, but
I like Connor Watson anywhere in that side.
The fullback for the Rabbits is a good player.
Jai Gray. He's only a little bloke, isn't he?
He's only a little bit.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that Tigers bloke, Heath Mason.
I'd have to take the Roosters just on paper here, but anything's possible in the last round. But
I'm going Roosters.
I'll take the Roosters.
Roosters.
I'm going the Roosters as well.
Cody Walker shifts to 5'8".
How dirty does he get when the team loses?
Yeah, not a happy person, is he? Sandon Smith takes over at halfback from Sam Walker. Connor Watson moves to hooker.
They'll have a good game.
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, I'll take the Roosters. But anything's possible in the last round, that's for sure. It's so hard. We're sitting here saying the last round of the season. God, that went quick.
I'm going to say Tedesco for two tries.
Yeah, moving on. Yeah, no, you're probably right, guys.
Sportsbet's got probably $5 on it.
Yeah, but I'm not a Tedesco fan. He's been good in his day, 100% he has, but yeah, that's
Next one's Dragons and Raiders, 3 o'clock at Nestra Jubilee Stadium.
I'm gonna have to take. Oh, I don't know. Like this is another toss of the coin because of the way the Raiders played that week and the way that St George played, you'd take the Raiders, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But can the Drag Queens play that badly 2 weeks in a row?
Oh, I think Flanagan.
Well, they scored 5 in 10 minutes if they could do that.
Oh, mate. I mean, it's just, yeah, it was out of this world, really.
Well, Moses Sulali, that's how you pronounce it? Sulali, so same thing. Returns from an injury. Will partner Jack Bird in the centres.
I like the young bloke that's come on the Lincoln King Togi. Didn't get much game time, but he's not young. Yeah, but it's good to see that there's a bit of depth there, and obviously for next year.
Ravaloli's been admitted.
Oh yeah, he had to be. He was pretty. Sorry, I mean, I said you don't like bagging players, but he was pretty ordinary. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
I'm going the Drag Queens.
And your favourite, Blake Laurie's been added back to the bench.
Oh, he's superstar.
And Jamal Fogarty returns to Raiders after missing last week's game. Yeah, poor old Elliot Whitehead suspended. Simi Sasagi joins the pack again. Simi Sasagi was setting it on fire really at Newcastle for a while, and then really sort of fell off the wheel a bit at Canberra, hasn't he?
No, well, it won't be an easy game.
No.
But the funny thing is, though, I know footy's a funny game, but, you know, what happens if one of these teams win and the Knights and Dolphins do end up having a draw after 90 minutes?
No, it never happened.
I know it never happened, but...
Well, obviously one of these teams will go through.
The opposite teams will go through, but can you imagine if that actually did happen?
No. I don't want the Knights to lose.
No, I mean...
He doesn't want that.
I told Flanagan to do you guys a favour so we can get you Knights in for this week. So...
I think the Raiders will do us. The Dragons have won 2 of their past 9 against the Raiders, and the Raiders haven't beat the Dragons at Cogger since 2004. So
I do expect a bit of a statement in the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I think we need to.
Surely, God, they can't play that shit.
We need to basically say, well, hey, you know, bit of for next year, you know. So.
Who are you going for, Corey?
Oh, Saints, easy. Yeah. We've got to go Saints.
I thought you were talking yourself out of the Saints.
No, we've got to set a statement, though. Like, we can't play poorly like that.
Oh, I'm going to take the Dragons. Like I said, I don't think they can play that badly. Yeah, guys? Raiders?
Yeah. No. Dragons.
Dragons?
Yeah,
Raiders. Dragons.
Dragons.
Sorry. All right, moving on to the next one. The Bulldogs up against the Cowboys. As we spoke about briefly before with that guy and talking Schmidt, I'm going to take, I don't know, at this stage, I'm going to take the Cowboys, but I'm not confident. I probably will change it before the game. Stephen Crichton returns from suspension, which will be a huge inclusion. Bronson is out for 1 game ban. And 5'8" Matt Burton won't play after failing a HIA last week. So Drew Hutchison comes into number 6.
It's not a bad thing getting suspended or you know what I mean, because it just freshens them up for the finals.
Yeah, but I don't rate Drew Hutchinson.
No, I don't either. No.
So this is where it would have been perfect for Kurt Mann to be available. Kurt Mann would have went straight into 6.
Yeah.
Well, you would think he would, but... no one Serrato, he probably would have put old mate in there.
Time will tell how Canterbury go in the semi-finals without Kurt there with his experience, because he's probably one of the most experienced players that's played finals.
Well, I'm.
Sorry for Crichton too.
I think.
No, they can't. But
their problem is going to be the 6 this week.
Yeah.
That's going to let them down. I take the Cowboys. Yeah. It's going to be a close one, but yeah, Cowboys. Dogs.
Yeah, we go the Dogs. Cowboys have won 6 of their past 8 games against the Bulldogs. Dog-out Bulldogs.
Yeah, doggies for me.
I just think, I know, there's some class on both sides, but Drinkwater, Dearden, Clifford, Robson. Yeah, it would have been great to see Jake Granville overcome his injury and play, you know, but it's not meant to be. So, next one. It was
Panthers versus the Titans at Bluebet Stadium Saturday night. You're going to go down and have a look, see?
Yep, certainly will be. Taking the lovely wife down. Scott Sorensen returns from a hamstring injury. He's been a little bit this year. Scott Sorensen hasn't been the Scott Sorensen that we know.
Yeah.
Still been good, but I don't think he's been as good as he could. Has been in previous years.
That is your best. That is the best forward pack, though, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
you know, like the mate.
Oh, look at it! Like, Leota, Harris, Sorensen, Liam Martin. Liam Martin is an absolute gun of a player. Seriously, what he brings to a team as a. I mean, the Titans played pretty good last week. I thought in patches. The Knights won convincingly, so you'd think this one would be a decent.
Yeah. Walk in the park, I think.
Yeah,
you would think so.
Won a bet since 2016.
Especially for feeders out as well.
And your main man Fish, 200 NRL games.
Oh, he's 200th, isn't it?
200th. You must do a shirt up.
I've got one coming, but it's too late to do another one. I just did a special one for him. Because, you know, it was Penrith. I couldn't put on a Penrith jersey, that's for sure. But I got a Fish shirt and it's got Fish looking mean. It says James Fisher Harris, the one fish we never wanted to let go.
Yeah.
Never threw back.
Yeah. I like the boat. I think, honestly, it'll probably be, for anyone that's a fan of Penrith or Fish in general, it's going to be a pretty sad day, to be honest. Like, after the game, if he does his walk around the field. And even for Jerome Lillard, too.
Do you know I'll do it this week, or do you reckon I'll do it after the finals?
Well, they usually do it this one, so hopefully they do.
Yeah.
Hopefully they
Taruva's finishing up as well.
Yeah, Taruva.
He's going to the Tigers as well, so they're stocking.
Yeah, we've got some handy players coming through, the McLean brothers. So,
would you have him in front of Isaac Tago?
McLean? Nah, Tago's. When Tago's on, he's on. Yeah, and Paul Alamotti. Yeah, what he brings that side second and on.
So really, the only person missing from that lineup is now Cleary, and that would probably be your side going forward.
100% it will. And unfortunately, Schneider might go back to the bench, but I'd probably say you'd probably go back to reserve grade.
Poor old Rob.
Shout out to Rob. Can't see the Titans even bothering them one little bit.
Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers.
It's going to be a very, well, I think, and, you know, probably hope for Kylie's sake, that's a very one-sided affair, but, interesting. Next one is the Eagles up against the Sharks.
2 o'clock Sunday.
No Tommy Turbo.
No Tommy Turbo.
No, but the one that's coming into fullback, Coca-Cola, is not too bad.
No Saab.
No.
No Saab.
Don't know this.
This one's going to be, mate.
Maybe a walk in the park.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Sharkies do them.
Battle of the Beaches. What about this Lehigh Hopewadi? Now, I know, would he reckon, I don't know how many games you have to play for Rookie of the Year. Do you think he'll be?
He'd be mentioned, innit? That's for sure.
Or do you think Fletcher wins it this year?
Nah, Fletcher won't get it. I don't think Fletcher Sharp's played enough. No.
Okay.
Hang on. I'll mate from the Storm, fullback.
Oh, didn't he play the year before?
Yeah, but he can play a certain
So he
amount.
can turn him out. Right, okay.
I think it'd be Howarth from the Storm. I'd be throwing his name.
Howarth, yeah.
Yeah.
How long does Wishart play for?
Oh, he's played for a couple. He's played for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Wishart?
Yeah, he has played for a couple of years. He was.
When did he debut?
He only would have been last year.
Might have been the year before. He's been a fringe player.
He can play a couple of games. There's so many. I think it's like if you've played last year, but you've played a certain amount. So that'd be interesting. If he's eligible, I'll probably put my money on Wishart. If not, the Storm fullback.
The Tigers.
Trey Fuller.
No, Buller.
Fuller. Yeah, well, I think did he play the year before too?
Yeah, but you can play a certain amount.
Yeah.
I mean, Fletcher Sharp. I mean, if he'd played a full season, you throw him in there for sure.
Anyway, it'd be a good, pretty good contest to see who wins that. Anyway, I just like.
What about if there was a women's rookie? That's a hard one, isn't it?
It is. Probably is it the 6 from the Titans?
That's a hard one. But anyway, we'll get back to this one. I got you off on a tangent there. I don't know. I'm really struggling with a few this week. I'm really going to have to look into it a bit more, but I'm near tempted to go Sharks.
Yeah, just looking at Stain Street's out for the show. He's on the reserves to make way for Metalio and Ramian and Gatara.
I think they're going to be too strong, the Sharks, eh? I'm going to take the Sharks.
It's a very good lineup the Sharks have, even on the reserve bench, like Talakai, Hueli, like
Hunt,
like I'm talking about.
Nice, bro.
Yeah. Like it's just
Hazelton. Yeah, Sharks are mate. Gaz?
I'm going to Eagles.
Eagle, yeah, Chris is going to Eagle.
I'm going to go the Sharks. Sharks look at Blake Brayley, who played his 100th consecutive game.
Wow.
That's a fair effort.
It doesn't happen very often, doesn't it?
Yeah. Seagulls have only won 2 from 5 without Turbo. And Sharks have won the last 6. Yeah. Sharks have won the last 2 at 4 points.
So Ben Travojevic is up and down a bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
I reckon he's a little bit. Yeah. Oh look, Matt Lodge has started for the.
I was going to say your new favourite.
No.
You'll be in the red and blue next year.
No. He can be in the red and blue, but he won't be taking that team jersey. So I'm just telling you that now, Mr. Lodge. If he's going to be there, I won't support him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know people say, yeah, he's done his time. It's unforgivable what he did. If that was my kid, I'd be in jail. Anyway, won't keep harping on with that. Sharks are me. Sorry.
I'm going to go Manly.
You love a good Manly?
Yeah, especially,
Last game is a
they
match of the round.
many years ago.
Last game of the match of the round for 8th. Knights versus Dolphins, 4 o'clock at McDonald Jones.
Yeah, we'll quickly run through this one. Number 1, Kalen Ponga on the wing, Fletcher Sharp and Greg Marju, Dane Gagai, Bradman Best in the centres, Jack Cogger and Phoenix Crosland are our halves. Up front, Daniel Saifidi and the Beast Leo Thompson with Jaden Brayley at hooker. Tyson Frizzell returns and Dylan Lucas, Adam Elliott at lock, and the return of Gamble. Tyson Gamble is back. Matt Crocker, Jack Heverington, and Brody Jones. So, not a bad lineup there.
Yeah, it's not a very good lineup.
I mean, even you go look at your reserves. That's Sebastian Suart, the new fella, Jackson Hastings, Will Price, Thomas Kent, Kai Pearce-Paul.
I thought he might have been
That's a
back.
decent reserve.
I thought Kai Pearce-Paul might be back. He might be a late inclusion, in my opinion.
But who do you pull out?
You can't really, well, maybe Matt Croker, maybe out of 10.
No worries, I'll let him know.
I like Matt Croker. I like Matt Croker. He's a good guy, but You know, but if it does come into the side, like
No, Kai Peaceball is a superstar, no doubt. But
yeah,
I just don't know.
Apparently, he's ready to go. They reckon the gash that he had's cleared up, and
Yeah, right, that was a huge gash.
Yeah.
I don't believe that Kafusi should be back in the team.
Yeah, getting off tonight.
A bit of a joke. So Jesse Bromwich, the last game.
Yep.
If they lose. Interesting. He's been a good for the Storm, and now, I actually like him, so I'll be sad to see him go as well. But anyone want to do the Dolphins?
I'll have a crack at him. The fullback is Trey Fuller. The wings are Jermaine Asako and Jack Bostock. The centres are Homicide Tabidai Fido and Herbie Farnworth. In the halves, we've got Jake Avarillo and Sean O'Sullivan. Up front, we've got Jesse Bromwich and captain and Tavita Pangai Jr. The hooker is Max Plath. And in the second row, we've got Felice Kafusi and Connolly Lemalelu. And at number 13 is Kenny Bromwich. And on the bench, it's pretty strong here. Jeremy Marshall King, Ray Stone, Mark Nichols, and Cody Nikarima. And
not a bad side there.
Why is Isaiah Katoa down on the fresh interchange there? Is he coming back from injury or is he being dropped? Because his goes all right too. So this is a fair bit of depth. This is where you probably think it scares you guys.
No, because he's on the reserves. He won't get a start. But it starts a good side.
You think Bennett's going to play any more games before kickoff?
Yeah, it's Wayne Bennett. Anything's possible. I'll say it, but I'm not 100% convinced because it's a good side there and they're playing some good footy, but I'll take me Knights.
Dolphins.
I don't know. Can we say it's going to be a draw? And then Corey's Dragons get through?
That'd be nice, but I can't see it happening. That'd be nice, but I can't see it happening.
Who are you taking?
Oh, Knights, mate. I'm on the red and blue now.
Dolphins, but I'm not confident.
Yeah,
I'm on the red and blue for the rest of the year, mate. Whatever, if they catch.
I think these will probably do them, but I just read
tight one.
Dolphins have won 2 of their 9 games played in New South Wales.
Interesting.
So travelling over the border.
Yeah.
Level up and going.
Who's the referee for this game? Does anyone know? Usually they have a little bit of an impact on.
Yeah, well, Brody Jones goes back to the bench after a solid performance. Tyson Gamble's a massive inclusion. He only had 2 games out with his broken hand. So he's come back pretty early, isn't he?
Strapped up to the heels, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Knights, but not confidently.
Do you think that's your best side that you've got all season?
No, it's not. Okay, I've got everyone in my top 30 to pick from, and I can change that side. I changed Jack Cogger and Phoenix Crosland, and I put Phoenix to 9.
Yep.
I put Will Price at 6, Gamble at 7, Jack Cogger at 14.
Okay.
Where would you put Hastings? Are you leaving me out?
Hastings doesn't get a start, I'm sorry. You can't have them all. Or do you put Hastings there and Jack Cogger goes to the reserves? Yeah. Could put Hastings at 14, but I think Hastings is on his way out of the club. Even last week they needed a utility, so Will Price got a start. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, he's pretty much.
Someone will pick Jacko up, but someone will have Super League or something, I reckon. Yeah. But yeah, to be honest, going forward next year, if we don't get Jonah Pezzett, which as we all know, I've heard some good mail that they are still pushing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we didn't, next year I'd like to see us start with Will Price at 6, Gamble at 7, maybe. Phoenix at 9, and stick with it. Yeah. Or do you put? I don't know. I know they say that Gamble might be a 13. Yeah, but we need a decent 7 for him to go to 13. Yeah. And I know that they're saying Phoenix are going to looks at long-term option for him being our 7. Well, this comes straight from the cat's mouth, and Phoenix wants to go back to 9.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to play 7. Yeah, to be honest, I think Phoenix is a great 9. That's my position.
Oh, he certainly played great in that area last year when he was like, look, he is a 7 by trade.
Well, he bulked up to go to 9. Now he's going back 7.
Do you think if he gets too unhappy and they leave him at 7, do you reckon he'll not want to re-sign? And
Nah, he'll want to stay. He loves the club. His girlfriend or partner lives down here. His family's here. You know who his partner is? $10. If you get it right, I'll give you $10. You owe me 10.
You know what Corey does at $10, but it's probably not the same thing.
I'll be putting on Lotto this week for $10.
Billy Peden's daughter.
Oh, there you go. How was I supposed to know that one?
I'm not sure.
Is she any significant though, or?
You don't know who Billy Peden is?
I know who Billy Peden is, but
well, obviously he's significant.
It's his daughter. Like
daughter.
He had relations with his wife, and then 9 months later.
I get that.
Yeah, okay.
I get that. Yeah, the way you were talking though, like I was supposed to know who his girlfriend was.
Oh.
No, just like
Billy Peden's
yeah.
So a night in a night.
Yeah, you're going to make another night.
But hang on, isn't Phoenix Crosland, there's something, is he on the verge of playing for the Kiwis? Has he got Kiwi blood in him? I heard something that he might be playing for.
Are you tired?
I am.
Don't believe
He's smoking.
No, I'm serious. I read something. I
heard that he was going to get a run with.
News.
I heard he's getting a run with Hong Kong.
What, the Nepal Donkeys?
Yeah, the Nepal Donkeys.
You got smoking relation from the boat ramp, or what's going on?
No, he could be right. I don't know. Yeah. That sounds a little
Prove
bit.
us wrong next week.
Yeah. Well, if you find the information, right, then he's all owe me, not what you think I'm going to get.
Did you finish your sentence and not pause it then?
No. I do not get a bloody cul-de-sac.
No. If you're wrong, you do.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Oh, I can't shake it.
All right. And whoever's last on the go-kart's got to get a cul-de-sac out of us boys.
No, that's not because I'll smash him. But
Chris doesn't care.
But he's not a boy.
Chris doesn't care.
Yeah, he don't mind. He'll do it one for the team.
Chris has been go-kart driving.
Well, no, he's probably secretly been practicing at home.
No, I reckon a bet between you pair. Whoever's going to lose gets the cul-de-sac. Deal?
No, I'm not shaking.
Oh,
Chris has got his hand out.
You've done him. Yeah. He's scared of you.
I have.
He's scared of you, Chris Brock.
Anyway,
Chris Brock.
I'm not. I did read something. Don't quote me on this, please. But I did see something about.
Hey, you could be right. I'm not.
Yeah.
It just sounds a bit.
There's heritage.
Yeah, Corey Horsburgh, he's getting a run with Samoa too. No, you could be right.
Yeah, I'm Darren.
Anyway, guys, we'll take a short break and we'll be back to wrap it all up. Sorry, I'm a bit ahead of myself. Yeah, we'll do the women's, sorry, then we'll go to a break. All right.
So we've got Saturday, 11 o'clock at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. 11 o'clock.
That's
Cowboys
early,
versus Tigers. So have we got a game in between the women's and the men's up there? No, the Cowboys are down here. So stand alone, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's I get they got to do it for but it makes it hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cowboys.
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 Yeah, Tigers were pretty dismal last week.
Cowgirls.
Yep.
Next one at 12:45 at Jubilee. You got the Dragons versus the Raiders. This should not be a bad game.
Raiders.
I think.
Raiders.
St George.
Oh, yeah, the Dragons.
Whether or not, I wonder if this Sourwood thing leaving will either make or break them.
Well, it's your information to find out why Jamie Sourwood's going, why they get rid of him.
There you go.
All right.
For next week.
I wonder if there's been any black cats running around.
All right. I'll have to ask our
resident.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a few of them out there that know why he's been given the flip.
Anyway,
Raiders.
Sunday, 12 o'clock at PointsBet.
Oh, this is going to be a good game. I'm going to take Sharks.
PointsBet. Sharks and Roosters playing at Penrith.
Oh, what's this then?
PointsBet.
Oh, no, what?
PointsBet or Bluebet?
Oh, Bluebet, sorry. PointsBet. PointsBet Sharks. Yep, my bad.
I was going to say, hang on, I might get there anyway.
No, I'm not tired.
It's 12 o'clock. And I won't get down there till well after that.
Yeah, I reckon Sharks in a close
one.
one.
Yeah, I'll take the Sharks. I'm impressed with the Sharks, to be honest.
Yeah.
Sharks.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to put okay, we'll talk about this time next year. Next year's premiers, I'll give it to you now. Sharks.
In women's or men's?
Women's.
I think they'll go this year.
Well, if they don't, definitely next year they'll win the comp. Telling you. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
The front row.
Yeah.
The two Johnson sisters. Wow. Massive.
Sunday, 1:45 at Eric Tweedle Stadium in Sydney. So it's in Sydney.
That's in Parramatta. Yeah.
Parramatta?
Yeah.
You got Parramatta Eels and the Titans, 1:45.
You're going to have to take Titans, wouldn't you?
6 versus 5th.
Mm.
I'm going to take the Titans.
A bit disappointing, the Titans.
The Eels have been disappointing, to be honest. Like, I think Elsie Albert's been trying to butt off, but there hasn't had a lot of support. Yeah.
I expected a little bit more out of Rachel Pearson too. So
I tell you what, but yeah, I'm taking the Titans. What did you say?
I'm going to take the Titans.
Right, on to the next one. I reckon this is
Yeah.
Eels. I don't have to worry about guys. I knew where Eels are. But honestly, this is going to be a pearler of a game. This one, the Knights against the Broncos. Elliot Brigginshaw and Tamika Upton up against her former team, Romy Teitzel.
And Jesse Southwell coming back too. This is, no disrespect to Evie Jones, but
Evie's coming 14.
But she's come playing, which is great. But Jessie coming back in, this is going to be a great clash.
So we've got some pretty fast girls on our side.
Yeah, Lils, she's been left out.
She's been killing it.
Gallagher's come off the bench into a start.
I'd like to see Jesse Southwell on that put a couple of early kicks in some of our fast girls.
Yeah.
Play it, keep them guessing.
Got some depth in the Knights in this girls on.
They have, and they've that's probably one thing that the men should look at. I think is the way that the women's are bringing from the area. They're not going all the way outside like they're bringing in the girls. From
this is what's pissing me off with the Knights. So we're getting rid of players and we're trying to bring players in from outside that like Lodge and shit. But yeah, this is going to be a pillar of a game. Obviously, I'll take the Knights, but it's going to be a really interesting game. But the Knights hooker, former Ants girl, Olivia Higgins plays a good footy. Clydesdale, Tamika Upton speaks for herself. And even our wingers playing really well. So.
And I really hope that after the men play, that a lot of the crowd stick around because this is going to be a great matchup.
And, the girls deserve it as well. And like to see my daughter's face when she sees Upton and that, that's priceless, man. You can't.
But do you think and this is no offence to any Knights supporters, do you think if the Knights get beat by the Dolphins, the crowd leaves and don't stick around for the girls?
No, I do. Because there's two teams. There's another team.
No, I think the girls deserve that respect.
They do, but you could be right to be honest.
I mean, they haven't won the premierships for no reason. So,
but you get some so-called fair weather fans, and that's some that you see on the internet going, "Oh, I'm such a big fan," and this and that. I've noticed a lot before, but they turn up just before first grade. Yeah. Like, there's a reserve grade too. Yeah. If you're such a big fan, why aren't you sitting there reserve? We're there before the gates open, every game.
Right. It's not like you have to pay any extra to watch the girls play.
Yeah, that's right. And, they have all this stuff on media and that about the Knights fans. Yeah. If you're a fan, get there and support the young ones. Yeah. They're the future of the club. Anyway.
Knights.
All right, guys, we'll take a short break and then we'll come back and wrap it all up. All right, guys, welcome back. Garry standing there trying to look pretty, but with one of our Knights signed frame jerseys, thanks to the podcast and Purnell Trophies, but presented it to the Everglass and Ants to do a fundraiser with to help out with the club. So they're going to be on raffle, I believe.
Yes, it will be raffle. Yes, for our club for a new scoreboard. So we'd like to thank the Nighttime Podcast and Purnell Trophies. Thanks very much for the donation. We're going to raffle it off and it'll be drawn on Brady Pearson Nines on the 12th of October. So tickets are going to be, I think they've just gone live on our club page. We'll share it out as well. But so I think it's about $5 a ticket. It'd be good to jump in and buy as many as you want.
Everyone get on it there. I'll be buying a couple, that's for sure. Can I win? Can I get in?
Yeah, you can win.
Yes, I'll be happy.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Well, seeing the answer running it and raffling it, I'll put a couple of bucks in, a couple of tickets, and I'd love to have that hanging up in there. But next to me, Gamble and Leo ones, wishful finger. But yeah, so there, mate. I know. From behalf of us, I'd like to give that to you guys.
Yeah.
So sure.
Thank you very much. It'll definitely it'll go a long way in getting us an electronic scoreboard for our club. So much appreciated. Yeah,
pleasure.
Very much appreciated.
Absolute pleasure.
And massive shout out to Purnell Trophies too as well for doing the frame up and looking the goods.
Honestly, if you want a jersey frame like that, it's Purnell Trophies. See Shannon and the crew there and let him know that we sent you and he'll look after you. But yeah, I can't recommend him enough. And I'll tell you what, if you go anywhere else, you're kidding yourself, because I know the prices of other places and I know the price that you'll get for there. Do yourself a favour. But anyway, guys, in saying that too, we're going to give away our first Say Zinc tattoo voucher. So we've got all the names on a wheel that entered, and we're going to do the wheel. So here we go. So you can, I don't know if you'll see it in the camera, but we'll do it anyway. And spin it away.
Yo, DJ, spin that wheel.
And it's spinning. It's number 10.
Number 10.
And number 10 on the list was Jason Connolly. Jason Connolly, you win the tattoo voucher. Thanks to Sayers Inc. and Nighttime Podcast. So, yeah, we'll get in touch with you soon. So, that's us for the week, guys.
Yep.
Coming down to the business end of the season, but obviously less teams, less to talk about on the show, so we're going to spice things up with a few things. And also myself and the crazy lady might do a little bit of filming maybe on Saturday and Sunday. Big road trip. And we might even get out soon and do some street talk. So that'll be good.
Watching next week.
Yeah.
We've got some surprises happening for some people.
Yeah. Anyway.
You bringing it? I don't trust your eyes. Are you bringing a wooden spoon with you next week or not?
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
I'm going to do Street Talk live from the boat ramp.
Straight or streak?
Whatever works.
I bet you don't. I bet you don't.
I'll have a crack at it.
You want to go down there?
I don't want to say have a crack because there'd be plenty down there.
Who's going to film him?
I'll film him from the road because I'm not going anywhere near the boat ramp.
And the canoe.
In the canoe.
You get sucked in.
Anyway, Adam, yeah, so thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. And yeah, thanks again for the jersey. For the
Pleasure.
Eels. You're
Sorry.
very good.
Yep. Thanks, mate.
And now resident cameraman Frank Christopher Vassallo.
AKA the Eagle.
Yeah, has landed. Thanks, Kylie, the crazy lady, for everything you do. Adam over there in Afghanistan, our editor. And Porsche, all of our sponsors. We get to the game. Don't forget this. I'm going to do the fridge through to a grand final show, I reckon. Yeah. So there's plenty of chances to get some photos, but hey, this could be your last game that you go to. So I'm telling you, get in there, get creative, because if you got some creative photos, you're going to go through. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a hint. And also, you Penrith fans, hey, if you see the crazy lady at the game, get a photo with her. I'll guarantee you, if you get a photo of her, you're probably going to go through. So,
and
she's one of the judges that will.
And also, the local league, the Newcastle Community Rugby League Grand Finals this weekend down at Lakeside on Saturday. So it'd be good to get some photos down there too, people.
And a couple of things too, just before we go. I think next week we're going to dedicate the show to a fellow that's leaving from the Knights, Pete Wallace. Volunteer that, I think volunteers, to be honest. Well, anyway, he's been there for a million years and it's his last game this weekend. So he's hanging the boots up, but champion guy. So yeah, but also I just like to say to my young bloke playing the soccer grand final, pretty proud of him. So go Cruiser, mate.
Good luck with it.
Good luck this weekend, Chris.
Yeah, good luck with it.
Yeah, but win, lose or draw, mate, you're a winner. But just go out there, have fun, come off with a smile on your face, and you're a winner. So yeah, that's us.
That's us.
Good.
Anyway, go the Eels.
Thanks.
Yeah, no. Go the Tigers. No.
Tigers.
Anyway, guys, till next week.
It's all about league.
Good night.
The Eels are interested in Jaden Brayley from 2025 onwards.
Go down on that
I
front.
to enjoy myself every time I come here.